Does anybody know how long this thing is?
2 minutes.
Okay.
You got 2 minutes.
I don't know if anybody can hear this.
I was like, are we supposed to be able to hear it? Can they hear us?
Yeah, I hope so.
Can they hear it?
I don't know. If not, they're going to hear it through our microphone. Either way. Special guest, Marisa in the studio. Damn, we got 9 viewers already. We just started.
Yeah, I got 5 on my personal page, or on the Frustration Unlimited page.
Oh, great. Well, I shared it out.
Okay.
Nice.
I am popular.
There's a delay, but it's okay.
Just make sure your computer volume's off. As soon as this ends, I'm going to shut off my computer volume so that we...
It's off.
Okay, cool. And we're live. In studio. I think.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it frozen? What's it doing? Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Somebody, anybody.
Hi.
Oh, Kayla said that she could hear us through that whole entire intro.
Oh, really? That's okay. Whatever.
Oh, you can see us too? Okay, well, that's good. Oh, wait. She said can't see us. What the hell is going on?
She can't see us.
Yeah, something's going on with this board. How about now? Can you see us now?
Can hear, but screen is black.
I think we had some technical difficulties because we're, trying to do too much here.
Yeah, we are.
Trying to fit an elephant through a freaking straw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we have a special guest, Marisa, right here in studio. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about the whole mask mandate. And I know it's kind of been a hot topic. And I know Marisa herself has been posting a lot of stuff on Facebook. So, without further ado, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. And welcome to the studio. And Marisa brought up a funny story. She's like, hey, isn't this the haunted room in your house? And I completely forgot about it until her phone started wigging out. Is it still doing it?
Let's see. Yeah, it's still wigging out. It just glitches.
Look at that. So you saw it here first. You heard it here. There's obviously a poltergeist in this studio. With all these cameras, maybe one day we'll actually capture it. But anyway, without further ado.
Why is this room haunted?
We don't know why this room.
I don't want to be in a room that's haunted. It's freaking me out. No.
Don't come in here at night.
Well,
by yourself.
I've been in here at night.
You don't hear the noises?
I don't hear any noises because I have my headphones on when I'm writing or when I'm doing, other crap.
Way back in the way, he would use this as his dump all room, and I would always hear like a noise, and I was like, "Do you have like a rat or a squirrel in there?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
You know
because
what?
We just don't go in there. We shut the door and we don't talk about it.
You know what? Yeah.
See,
because
I was like,
because in the other room where I sleep, I've heard like creaks and all that crap like in the ceiling, and I thought, hey, Devin, you know what, man? You got a squirrel up there, dude, or something.
Well, actually, we did find out that we did have a squirrel. It made a hole about that big in the side of the house, in between the floors. So apparently, it was running back and forth between the floors. So we did, but that was like several years ago. So, so it's not that.
Hey, Christina, how you doing? It's been a while. How you doing? There's a spook right beside you. Where? Where? Did you see a ghost? I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear anything. All I saw was Marisa's phone freak out. That's all I saw.
It still isn't working either.
It's freaking, what is going on?
I don't know. It was working earlier, now it won't.
Well, you're on a podcast. Why are you worried about a phone?
Oh. Well, I'm more worried about...
I'm just joking.
Hey, is your live stream, is it still running or is it stopped?
Looks like it stopped.
It stopped? What the...
I'm telling
It's
you.
frozen.
All right. Maybe we got too many things open. You know what? It's probably because we got Premiere open, we got Outlook open, we got QuickTime open, we got
Looks like
PLC
it's
open.
looks like it's kind of well, not anymore. Never mind.
All right,
So-
don't worry. I will re-engineer this and fix it.
Well,
There we go.
I'm closing.
Jesus.
I'm closing Premiere.
Yeah, I think we had way too many applications open. Sorry for the delay and technical difficulties.
Let me just.
Close again. What the? It's never done this before.
Oh my god, I brought a ghost with me.
You did. Started talking about this ghost and everything else, and yeah, look what you did, Marisa. It's all your fault.
Wow, this is really bad.
What's it doing? Do I need a...
You want to restart again?
Well, no.
No, we're up. We're
Yeah,
good.
no, I just refreshed it.
Oh, you did?
I'm about to refresh the whole damn page and be like, it's pissing me off.
Well, refresh it.
No, because then I think we might lose everybody.
Nah, I won't lose anybody. I just refreshed it.
You know what? I blame it on Abbott and ERCOT and the frozen pipes and the frozen network.
Oh my god! Why would you want to? No, never mind. I'm not.
Words, spit them out. Use them. Let them
Yeah.
be your force. Let them be your guiding light.
Okay. All right.
So, Marisa, sorry about all the delays and all that jazz. So let's talk about the whole mask thing and how you feel about that whole situation.
I mean, you know, I teach at a high school, and so it can be challenging, probably less challenging than it is with elementary kids, but, you know, high schoolers, they want to wear it below their nose and all that. Thankfully, my district has opted to continue wearing masks until they see fit. So that's helpful. Doesn't mean the challenges aren't as bad. Mm-hmm. You know, and prior to any of this coming up about them removing masks, we had parents who didn't want to send their kids back because they have either their child themselves or other family members, and it scared them. And then as soon as this came out, and we had just convinced them to send their kid back, they're starting to pull them out again. And so now we're back in the same situation of kids not getting the education that they need because of these masks.
So why did they pulling them out for the second time?
Because they're afraid that parents are going to start fighting back and saying my kid doesn't have to wear a mask, and that's all hearsay. Any kid that I've had that pulls their mask down below their nose, our administration team is on top of it. They're great about that. And then I also just communicate with the kids how it's for everybody's safety, so they'll wear it. But ultimately, you know, if you go on our district's webpage, there's several parents, you know, it's 50-50 split, just like how it is everywhere right now on I shouldn't be allowed to wear a mask versus not. But myself, I wear a mask because I'm immune compromised and I can't even get the vaccine. And so that's another problem. And educators are just now being allowed to get the vaccine, which was a huge problem. I mean, we've been out on the front line this entire time, being exposed constantly. And so that's been a huge problem, you know, and doubling up and tripling up on teaching classes. You know, sometimes I'm teaching 3 teachers worth of classes because we're just such on a shortage.
Well, that was going to be my next question is, are you actually teaching other schools? Or are you still, like, with the online teaching, are you teaching other schools, or are you still just teaching your school? Because from what I heard in Frisco, there's students that are, you know, teachers from other schools that are, you know, teaching their curriculum and stuff like that. And I didn't know if you're in what district and what high school? We should never mind. We shouldn't say. But let's just say it's in the Fort Worth area. So we'll just put it there. So it's completely different, obviously, than Frisco. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to know how they were doing things on that side of the world, because it seems like Frisco and Collin County, they just kind of were the last one to do everything. The last one to shut down restaurants, the last one to do anything. And then for a while, they had the highest, counts, whereas you don't really hear a whole lot of going on in Tarrant County and Fort Worth area.
Well, at the beginning of the year, I was solely online teaching. I teach freshman algebra, and I had all of the freshman online students. So I had about 250 students at the beginning of the year. And then when our second grading term started, they switched me to face-to-face and online students. And then at semester, so around Christmas, I dropped to about 100 students instead. And so I would say I have still about 40 kids who are online, and then my other 70, 80 are face-to-face, or supposed to be face-to-face. That doesn't mean they come, but they're supposed to.
I was going to say, is there a drop in attendance and stuff like that for the kids that are supposed to be there face-to-face?
There is a huge drop in attendance, which brings in concerns of funding for districts because, attendance is what...
It always boils down to funding.
It always boils down to that funding.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just the matter of encouraging students to come. Last year in the spring, TEA had released that they wanted us to pretty much, if the students tried, we pass them. It's a pandemic. We never experienced this. Teachers were on board. They understood. And this year, I think you have some students who are under the belief that that's how this year is going to end up happening, that if enough students don't do their work, that's what will happen. But in return, I have my highest failure rate yet, and I've been teaching 9 years. So,
oh, that's crazy. That was going to be my next question, because you said out of the 40 students that you had online, how many of those actually pay attention?
So
how many of them aren't distracted by Fortnite and, gaming and everything else? That's the better question.
Well, what's really cool is that our district, along with several other districts, have purchased a website called GoGuardian. And GoGuardian allows any student using a district device for a teacher to have access to their screen at all times. And so we can turn off their websites and do different things and put them back on task. So if I see a student, whether they're in class or online and they're not on task, I'll just turn off their YouTube channel and then upload my assignment for the day and just pull it up on their computer. And I'll do it as many times as I need to. Try and get them to do some work. Because parents can't do everything. They have to work too. So, and then we have students who are at home. You have to take into consideration too, those students who are at home taking care of their younger siblings, because the parents don't want to send them. I work in a high Hispanic culture school, and several of those parents, our Hispanic culture is being hit the hardest right now from the pandemic. And also the families are working a lot, and they're taking care of their younger siblings and the parents are gone. And so how do I ask my 14, 15-year-old student to turn in all their algebra homework plus 6 other classes plus take care of 2 younger siblings? How do I do that?
Yeah, you definitely have a challenge, and you have a lot, and especially being in high school, because I know what a...
Toot.
Yeah. What unmentionable I was in high school. And
what does that mean? Toot.
That student who is going to intentionally sit there and refuse to work, but yet has potential, and so you just keep bugging them until they do it.
Yeah, that's Devin.
Yeah. And they keep telling you, no, I'm horrible at math. No, I can't do this, but they can.
What's funny is I hate math, and I've always hated math and geometry. Get out of here with this sine, cosine, cotangent. Never mind, ever going to use that crap. But later on in life, my last, role, I was dealing with nothing but numbers all day, every day, and it was, so, yes, you need to know your numbers, because at the end of the day, people lie, numbers don't.
I just think you never had a good enough math teacher. I think that's what it always boils down to.
Yes, I actually felt very sorry for my math teacher, because she had, and I feel like the district must have had something out for her, because she had every single ass clown there was in that class. And we're talking like stink bombs going off and people just like never doing their homework. And this is before, cell phones and smartphones and all that crap. So it's like, oh my God, I felt bad. So I can only imagine what kind of drama you deal with day in and day out, especially with, kids that have an attention span of a gnat. They can't even...
I asked for those teeth. I asked for those kids. I put them in my class.
Yeah?
I like
put them in the corner?
No, I put them in my class, and they end up working. I don't know why the kids will work for me. I think it's because, what do teenagers want right now? The whole respect thing or whatever. But they just want someone who's going to listen. They want someone who's going to get on their level and understand. So
how do you get on their level and understand? Is there certain means you have to do it, or like you have to do it electronically?
I just talk to them. I just, I say, why aren't you doing work? And I try to understand. Or, if it's an athletic student and they don't want to do work because they don't understand math, I try to relate it back to whatever they do like. And so it's just taking the time to build those relationships with the students is what's going to get them to do the work. But with the kids online this year, it's been a real struggle, especially for my special education students, that I haven't been able to build that self-confidence in them like I normally can.
So you teach normal high school and special education?
Yeah, so I teach.
Understanding?
Yeah, so what I teach is inclusion. So inclusion means that there's a general ed teacher, which is me, and then there's a special ed teacher. And these are students who maybe just have to take a different path to understand the same stuff like a regular kid would understand. And so they just, are dyslexic students and things like that. And so, typically what I see is until they get to high school, they've had their hand held a lot. And so then when they get to high school, freshman year is kind of like a slap in the face. And
like reality check. Hello, you got to do the work yourself.
Yeah, and I just explained to them, just a heads up that that when you hit the real world and you're applying for your jobs, there's no box for you to check that I have dyslexia or I have this. You're filling out the same job description and job applications as the valedictorian.
No, I mean, that's a great point. That's exactly right. It's like in the real world, and, there isn't. You're all created equally in the eyes of who's hiring you. You basically have a piece of paper that, that they judge whether or not you're, fit for the job. So, it's kind of like a awakening, I guess, in high school. And then even more so in college, because then it's a free-for-all. Jamie says Marissa is a wonderful teacher.
Oh, I love Jamie's known me since I was like 7.
Oh, really?
Jamie has known me for a very long time. She's a great sponsor of our campus as well. She's an alumni to the school that I teach at and is always doing whatever she needs to do.
Alicia says, exactly. Good for you that you realize and connect with them. So many kids do not get that at home. That's true. That's a great point. It all starts with home, and if you're not getting it at home, then you got to get it somewhere. And so it's good that you take the time and the initiative to connect with your students. Do you guys have the 504 program? Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah. So there's special education, and then there's 504. Mm-hmm. And so with our 504 students, they get accommodations very similar to the special education program. So these are your students who maybe have a traumatic brain injury or some other situation like that. There's different routes to qualify for each program. Mm-hmm. But out of all of my students, I probably also have about 20 to 30 504 students that receive accommodations, and it makes it easier to provide those accommodations by putting them in my class because I'm already accommodating anyway. Mm-hmm. And so, 504 is like the same route kind of as special education. Mm-hmm. They just have a different learning path. And how I always explain to my students at the beginning is I say, raise your hand if you like algebra. And it's probably like 1 or 2 kids in the class. And I say, by the end of this year, I know. I'm like, by the end of this year, everybody in here will at least be raising their class saying they like my class. And so that's what I tell them. And I say, some of you have the straight path that makes it super easy. Some of you have all the speed bumps and all the potholes, but you're all going to get to the same path in the end. Right. So.
Yeah, some of you just travel the road less traveled, and you hit a few hurdles and some walls and some caves and, potholes and everything else, like you said, along the way. So let me ask you this. Who was your inspiration and what got you into teaching?
So ever since I can remember, I always wanted to be a teacher. I would set like the teddy bears up on the stairs and I would teach them every Saturday morning and make my parents trip over them on their way down.
Did they learn anything?
I think so. I think they learned to quit making messes.
Wait, your parents or the teddy bears?
Yeah.
And then I always thought I wanted to do elementary. And then in college, I worked for Primrose, and they had me substitute. I remember this like it happened yesterday. I was substituting for a 4-year-old class, and I was teaching them what a quarter was. And let me tell you, I'm not gifted enough to do that.
Speaking of quarter, all you millennials out there, tell me what time is a quarter past 11. Because I bet you none of y'all can answer that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's actually a lesson that I do the last week of school. I teach them how to read a clock.
Yeah, well, it's so funny the answers you get. I actually asked Kayla's kids, and none of them could give me the right answer.
Teach them to read a clock. Yeah, they should already know that. Like in
No. Analog, not digital.
They can't read them.
Analog.
Yes.
Really?
You know what analog is?
I always had an analog.
I know what an analog clock is, dumbass. I know how to read that. I know military time too.
Oh yeah, well,
like
that's from the airline industry. But anyway, yeah.
If it's a quarter, let's say it's a quarter past 2 or something, they'll say it's 2:03.
It's like 2:15.
That's what. Well,
you just ruined the answer.
I know, but see, they don't know that. So I'll spend like 2-3 days, and I'll make them watch kindergarten videos.
It's mind blowing.
Like they don't know it.
You and I would be like,
okay, if my daughter's on here, I want to know something. I want to know, Molly. or my son.
Either one of y'all.
If y'all are on here,
or the listening audience, me, for that matter.
Whatever, yeah. Tell me what. How can I put it?
What's a 6:15?
Yeah. Or
half past the hour. Half past.
What hour?
8. 8:30.
Okay.
Okay.
That's easy.
I want to know. No, I don't want nobody else answering. I want my kids to answer this. 8:30. Let me know by the time I get off the show and everything and all that. Back to reading Rainbow. All right.
Back to reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kayla.
Yeah, thanks, Kayla. But yeah. Okay, go ahead. Keep going, Marissa.
So
wait.
Oh, wait.
You know what? I even asked my daughter one time. What'd you ask her? Who's Abraham Lincoln? I don't know.
My 5-year-old could tell you that. He'll tell you that it's the president. He's dead, though. That's what he would say. That's all he knows.
He's dead, though.
So, I mean, and when she told me she didn't know, I was going, okay, what are you learning in high school?
Not dead presidents, apparently.
Not anything with history. Not anything with, whatever. Go ahead.
I know that's got to bother you, Patrick.
Because it bothers me. It really does. It bothers me.
I know it's got to bother you because you're a huge history buff, so I know.
My God. Yeah. Okay, I'm drinking my ginger ale and listening to Marisa. Go ahead.
All right, so carry on. You were talking about the math and the whole time thing. You said that's kind of your exit exam. You got to know how to read a clock.
I used to keep an analog clock in my room up until this last summer, and they installed digital speaker clocks in all of our rooms. Which whoever installed it, if you're listening, you installed it on top of my poster, and I'm still upset about that.
What
I don't
poster?
know. I had a poster in my room.
Did it say Reading Rainbow?
Sorry, I did that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you remove the poster? It wasn't glued to the wall. It was stapled to the wall. They put this big box right on top of the dang poster. Frustrates me, but it has the digital clock now, and so my analog clock is now not up there anymore.
Thank you, Kate. We threw your message up there.
Really? Is that what he really said?
What? Yes.
With Kayla.
Yep. Chase said 8:50. Did you see Kayla with the...
Oh my God!
I am telling you.
Oh my God! Okay,
education
all right. This is what we're gonna do here.
I'm glad one person.
Marissa is gonna be teaching all the kids out there right now how to tell time.
Educating. This podcast just turned into an educational session.
I'll tell you.
Brought to you by Reading Rainbow.
Every big number is worth 5.
I don't get it.
Every big number, so when you get to the 1, it's 5 minutes. When you get to the 2, it's 10 minutes. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right. I got that.
You just confused the shit out of me. I just looked at the Apple Watch.
Yeah, I just look. I mean, I just look up here and it says 8:20. 8:30. Well, 8:30.
All right, all you parents out there, I want you to take your kids' Apple Watches and I want you to put it on analog, and I want you to take their cell phones and put on an analog clock and get rid of the damn digital clock and let them figure that out. That's what's the problem.
You'd be surprised at how many kids still turn their assignments in with the wrong answers, too.
Along with even if their parents help?
What do you mean when they turn them in the wrong?
Okay, talking about parents helping, we had a pre-AP student.
No.
Yeah.
Pre-AP algebra, and the kid, bless this kid's heart. The mom's heart was in the right place. The kid emailed the teacher and said, "Can I have another redo on my tests?" And we gave him 2 chances. And the teacher, of course, said no. And then they asked why. And the kid goes, "Well, I fell asleep and my mom finished the test and she saw it was a bad grade, so she went through it again and got a worse grade." But the kid told the teacher that. And we were like, oh, goodness gracious.
See, and that's what I was wondering. How do you prevent and know if somebody's cheating? How do you know that their parents aren't helping them? Or in this case, it sounds like the parent needs more education than the kid.
With me, what I used to do, I used to put all the answers on my palm of my hand and kind of just, check the.
Oh wait.
The multiple choice was the easiest, and I would kind of, do this bit.
All right, I'm not going to condone this, and all you kids, Cover your ears right now. Okay, for all you parents out there.
Okay, well,
hold on. You remember the Bic pen? Remember it was the white pen?
Where you had the pull out?
No, I didn't have to pull out. I had really good eyes when I was a little kid, right? So what I do is I print it up on like 2 font.
Oh, yeah.
All of the answers and wrapped it and put tape on the pen so it looked like it was part of the actual pen, the writing where it says Bic. And it had every answer on there, and all I was doing is rolling it as I'm writing. Yeah, nobody knew. Until now. The secret's out.
The kids got real genius this year. I'm going to give it away because I'm sure a lot already know it. The most genius way I have found that how they gave away answers is we had one kid in my class and one kid 2 doors down, and they opened up a Google Doc while they were taking the test. And so what they would do is they'd open the Google Doc up, screenshot their test, paste it in the Google Doc, hit delete. Then the kid in the other room would go and hit history, pull the picture up, and then delete again. So that way if a teacher ever walked by or we were watching their screen, we'd never see it.
See, this is what we call high-tech cheating. Man, I feel like
okay,
this segment is like we're learning all sorts of stuff.
That's why
Man, this is
so that's why all the kids are the way they are.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. No, and even if they do, besides those 2 kids, I give them credit for their cheating skills. I said that was pretty good. But I said the only thing it taught me is using that Go Guardian now, we can lock their computers down. I said so you can thank everybody, everybody can thank you too. But
That's awesome.
No, when the kids do cheat, we had them write essays the other day, and they need to learn that all they have to do is Google plagiarism checking, and I can get a free website and just copy paste their essay in there. So we copy paste them in there, and if they cheated, it said 95% was copied. We said, oh, good, so you did 5%. That's your grade.
Damn.
So, I mean,
that's
wow.
awesome.
Wow.
I mean, that's better than most colleges and stuff.
Wow.
They spell your ass. They'd be like, yep, you cheated. Guess what? You're kicked out. You just paid for this class? Sorry.
I mean, there's also this new website. Look, I'm giving out all the details.
I know, right? This is like juicy.
There's this new website that the kids are using where they'll copy it off the internet, and it's a scrambler word site or scrambler website. Have you seen that?
But I got something that's even more high tech than that. Go ahead.
Well, they'll copy it in there, and it will choose new words, so then it's not exactly plagiarized, and it's in their own words. The problem is that when you're an online student, to all my online students out there, I'm always watching your screen, so I screenshot it and send it to your biology and English teacher. So you should probably stop.
Bam!
Wow!
Damn, Detective Marisa.
There goes all of y'all's ideas.
All right, so here's what I heard, and I don't know if this works. I haven't verified for my own, scientific purposes. Apparently, you can take plagiarized or something from the internet and put it into any type of Word document, and then you can change it into Spanish, and then take it back into that same document, and then put it into English, or Google Translate, put it into English, and what it does is it separates the words so that when you run those programs, it doesn't catch it. Yeah, so this another high tech.
Also, another good thing is don't use one of the first websites that pops up when you Google the question, because obviously those are the ones.
10.
Exactly, those are the ones I check.
Exactly, because ain't nobody got time to go through 15 pages of Google. We're just going for the first 5, maybe.
I've always went through 15 pages of an encyclopedia. That's where
encyclopedia, really?
Encyclopedia. Yeah. Dictionary, encyclopedia. I literally had to turn a page.
You're gonna have to define that for the students. They don't know what those are.
Yeah, you forget
I know.
Nobody owns encyclopedias.
Okay,
you just
the encyclopedia.
the
Okay, to all the kids out there that don't know what an encyclopedia is or a dictionary, that is a book with lots of pages with the meaning of words. The dictionary.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the meaning of life.
Were you saying just no? Were you going like this?
I was saying no because no, I'm agreeing with you that that's what an encyclopedia is, but I'm saying the kids go like this. Hey Siri, what does this word mean? And then they just hold it up. And then that's how they get their definitions now.
Wait, Siri?
Oh hell no!
Siri never works.
You know what? If I was a teacher, I'll be putting all everybody's phones in a little basket. Right when they walk in the door. Oh, they would hate me.
So you can't do that for security reasons.
Why?
Because if one student walks up and takes somebody else's phone, now you're responsible for that student's phone for getting stolen. So we're not allowed to collect phones at all. Or if there's a fire drill.
I was just going to say, let's see what Patrick's reasons why he think it would.
Trust me, I think it'd be a great idea. I used to have the kids switch out their calculators with their phone, and then it would just go in a little cubby, and everybody had a cubby assigned to them. But especially with COVID now, So, but honestly, if they're not on their phones, the kids are on chat rooms. And so, I mean,
Kids are on chat rooms.
in the middle of class. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, what kind of chat rooms? Don't tell me these kids are sexting.
I want to be like.
That's a conversation for another.
Have you ever?
Right, that's a different podcast.
Have you ever seen that Key and Peele classroom scene?
The substitute teacher
Where
one?
Mr. Garvey, he taught in the inner city. Yeah.
I love those.
I would be like him.
I wish I could show those in class.
Yeah, I know that would be,
So, Patrick, tell us, what's your fondest teacher memory, like best teacher you ever had?
Best teacher I ever had?
Best teacher you ever had. Tell me about that experience.
Best teacher I ever had. My English teacher.
English teacher, what grade?
Senior.
Senior?
Yep.
So, high school?
Yep.
And what made your English teacher phenomenal?
She was cool.
Oh, I thought.
I liked her. Miss Dedamore. Yeah, I liked her.
And what school was that?
She
Was that
great.
Corsicana?
No, that was not in Corsicana. That wasn't in Corsicana. It was at Trinity in Euless.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
I knew
and
that.
you shouldn't have asked that because that's when I drove the 1973 Pontiac Catalina Ship Brown.
Hey, they got a good football team, but they were pretty pissed when we beat them. Oh, this is gonna give away what school I work at.
No,
They were pretty pissed when we beat them at their 50th reunion, which was also their homecoming, and we hadn't won a game in like 10 years.
oh yeah, well yeah, that's okay. Because one of the best coaches at Trinity left. He retired, and he was my American history teacher in senior year when he retired. Longweaver, what's his first name? Steve? Yeah, Steve Longweaver. And,
That school's got the nicest kids, though. I'll say that.
who, Trinity?
They have some real nice kids.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, we, us, the 86ers, we were pretty cool.
Talking about
You know what I'm
current.
saying? Well, no, I'm talking about. All the. I think that everybody at Trinity. They're cool. Whatever. Yeah.
They have tradition and they're good family feel. That's what's nice about them.
So it's funny. So Marissa's school in my freshman sophomore year school were the biggest rivals. So it's kind of funny that she's here on a podcast.
Did you hear they changed their mascot?
Yes, don't get me started
Who,
because
Trinity?
no.
Oh, they're
School-
still a
The school he
Trojan,
went
right?
to.
the school I went to freshman sophomore year. They changed their names.
They're-
So-
I'm not going to say what your new mascot is.
Do you know it?
So-
No. it's a dirty
Oh.
thing. So go ahead.
So I was class of 99, and when I went there freshman sophomore year, so granted I moved to Missouri my junior senior year, so I can't really say that I graduated from that school or whatever because I graduated up in Missouri, as I call it. But yeah, that school, they my freshman year, they actually had the Confederate flag as their flag. And yes, they were called the Richland Rebels. And yeah, they changed the name. And actually, the person that was in my class was responsible for coming up with their Royals name. God, it's
They're the
we
Lion
used
Royals.
to beat the crap out of Richland.
not in 99, bro.
Well, I'm talking about in 80,
Yeah, in 80,
84,
I don't know.
85.
No, our football team was actually pretty damn good.
Were they?
Mm.
I always
Well,
thought,
when
I
I
always
was there.
thought, I always thought Richland was crap.
Well, it was. That's why I moved.
No comment.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we were way better than that other school over there.
Who, Haltom?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's the one we're talking
Maybe
about.
that's the one we're talking
We don't
about.
know.
We don't know. But yeah, we did steal their buffalo.
All right,
didn't
both of y'all need, no, whatever.
We need Jesus in our lives.
I didn't say that. Yeah, okay.
No, but yeah, I didn't partake in the
Bullshit.
The stealing of the buffalo or the shaving of the butt.
the stealing of the buffalo. I didn't hear about the shaving of the butt. You're gonna light me on that one.
It's an old story, and you'll if Jamie's still on, she might be able to enlighten you more on the story. But what I've heard is that the buffalo used to sit in the entryway of the school before they built the new front of it. Mm-hmm. And one of the pranks that Richland Rebels pulled was they shaved the butt of the buffalo, and so there is now a bald spot on the buffalo's butt. But the buffalo is now in an inside of a glass case for that exact reason, for it being stolen and for having his butt shaved.
Class of '99. Yeah, they were some ballsy people. But anyway.
There's not pranks like when we were in high school anymore.
No?
No.
They don't do that. Man, they're boring.
I know. Yeah, I know. Trinity and Bell used to do it to each other all the time.
I was a Fossil Ridge grad. Us and Keller used to go at it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Fossil Ridge and Keller are big rivals.
Well, yeah, because they kept changing the borders and stuff at Keller and that whole area. So it was like part of it's Fort Worth, then it's Keller, and then it's like, yeah, the rezoning and stuff that's going on over there.
Isn't Colleyville Heritage over there too?
Colleyville Heritage is
the other direction.
Oh,
like closer this way.
You're talking. She's talking like 820 is Halton.
Oh, okay.
And then Fossil Ridge is further down, right?
Yeah.
Fossil Ridge. Now they have even more high schools, but.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Keller ISD's got 4 high schools. Burville's got 3. 3 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Fort Worth has.
I was going to say,
talks about them.
When I left, they were just building the Birdville High School, which was like literally down the street from where I lived growing up.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I drove back there a few years ago, and I was like, holy I don't even recognize anything.
Oh, yeah, they've built it up.
They built it up so much. I'm like, man, this used to be out like 1-lane road. Now it's like a freaking highway going through there. Yeah, it's crazy. Which is why I live where I live now in the sticks. Well, used to be until they started building 72 houses behind here.
So sad.
Very sad. And they seem to be moving slower than snails too, because they broke ground like 3 months ago, and they still haven't built a single house, or they still haven't even laid concrete.
Well, it's because of the
vid.
No,
vid?
no, it's not the vid, man. It was the Snowmageddon.
Oh, the Snowmageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't work for like a week. No, like a month after that.
Yeah.
Something like they didn't do shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
All right, so going back to the teaching.
Yep.
So what other tricks of the trade and ways we can help kids cheat and get through life?
Man, I don't have any.
No,
Just do your work.
we don't need to do that.
I'm
They need to
just
earn.
saying,
I know you are. They need to earn. They need to earn their stuff. They really do. I mean, they need to get up off their ass and they need to learn.
Well, the problem is they ain't got no levels and no, in life. So whereas these video games and everything they're used to, they've got different levels and, achievement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, seriously. I mean, if I was a teacher and I could do it, I would just take everything away and just throw books down on their desk and tell them to read.
Oh, no, thank you. That's too boring. I play games and stuff in my classroom.
Yeah, what kind of games and stuff do you do to keep the kids entertained? What?
No, I'm just saying. I think that would be cool. I mean,
they're not going to do it.
Do what? Well, they don't do it, then I give them D-Hall.
Everything's and then you got to get them to show up to D-Hall.
A what?
You got to get them to actually show up to D-Hall.
Okay, yeah. Then I give them another D-Hall if they don't show up.
And so then when they don't show up, you suspend them. Oh, good, they got what they wanted.
Yeah, now they get to stay home and play video games. Good job, Patrick.
That worked out for you.
I was
actually.
Yeah, I was actually like, thinking about Breakfast Club when I was saying all that.
We start school at 7:30.
7:30?
Wow, that's early.
Yeah, what time do y'all end?
2:50. We had to add 10 minutes so kids could exit the building in a COVID-friendly fashion.
And what is that?
3rd floor, 2nd floor, then 1st floor.
No. Damn, how many floors y'all got?
3 floors. 3 full floors with about 4 hallways. 4 hallways.
So let me ask you this: how many students is that?
On a normal year?
Yeah.
2,800.
On a non-COVID year, what is
2,800 to 3,000 students.
3,000 students.
It's a small city inside that building.
God, that's more than what's in the school.
That's what Trinity has.
Yeah, it's considered a 6A.
3.
It's a 6A mega school. It's a big school.
So they're not splitting it up. They're just following them all.
They're cramming them into classrooms. That's what they're doing.
I mean,
how many kids are in each classroom?
On a normal year?
Yeah, on a non-vid year.
In an on-level regular class, you could have anywhere from 22 to 32 kids. They cap them at 32.
32 is like state mandated max, or who?
I think district mandated. I don't know. I think the state one's more like 45.
So you think McConaughey will change that if he became governor?
As long as he comes into my classroom, I don't care what he changes. That's a fine-looking man.
She said, all right, all right, all right.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that one.
Okay. She threw you for a curveball.
Yeah, curveball. Right in the noggin. Yeah. Okay, well.
So let me ask you this: with everything going on, what would you change, or what would you do different to, I guess, alleviate some of the headaches you experience now, or during the beginning of the vid?
I came up with a really fast solution, but I'm not going to say it.
I would say
Here he goes again. He's like, I got this bright idea, but nobody's going to hear it.
I mean, teaching-wise? Talking about teaching-wise?
Yes.
Strictly online teachers and strictly face-to-face teachers. Because right now, my online students aren't getting the attention that they need, that I was able to provide first semester. Because before, I was able to tutor them when they needed to through Zoom meetings or whatever. And now it's kind of like, if I have time or if I find time, I'll get around to it. And I feel horrible saying that. So thankfully, the kids who are still online right now are the students who can be successful and teach themselves. But what kind of 14, 15-year-old needs to be left alone learning algebra? So, I mean, it's not right, but there's no perfect solution. Teachers are just doing the best we can. I mean, we've gone from a year or two ago being praised and we had Amazon wish lists being paid for and things like that to you're a glorified babysitter, get your butt in the classroom. So, I mean,
it's amazing how much things can change in a short amount of time.
It's and it's sad because that's how society sees us, is that we're overpaid babysitters is what we're supposed to be. And and I get that, and I'm fine. I didn't go into this career for the money. I went into this career because it's what I love, and I wouldn't give up teaching for anything except I'm getting a master's degree. But I mean, I'm gonna stay in education my whole life. That's what I want to do. I want to work with kids who are in low economic situations, who maybe don't have a home. Our homeless kids is a big problem, especially right now. We have a lot of children that we're working with in that situation. And so, but yeah, the biggest thing I would change is just make it all go away.
Make what all go away?
Make COVID go away. I mean, I know we'll never go back to a normal
year.
Like
what is the new normal? That's the thing, because everything's been changing and it's going to constantly change. And like you said, 1 minute you're being praised, and then S hits the fan, the proverbial fan, and then all of a sudden now you're like, looked down upon versus being lifted up. And that's got to be difficult.
Teachers are struggling this year, definitely. We keep getting told this year we're being told to do SEL lessons, which are social emotional learning, to watch out for student health, especially because they're not used to being isolated like this. But where's the teacher's social emotional health learning? Once we get told to take care of yourself, 5 more things get added to my list of things I need to do. So who's going to take care of us? People aren't seeing that teachers are we're leaving work at 5, 6 o'clock at night. Kids go home at 3 o'clock. And then I'm up, and then I go home, I feed my son, I put him to bed, and then I'm up till midnight, 1, 2 a.m. getting things done again. Because ideally I'm teaching 2 different assignments. I'm teaching face-to-face kids and online. Everybody needs their stuff graded. Everybody needs this. Then I also have all of my special ed paperwork, my 504 paperwork, and then I'm on a gazillion committees, which is my own fault. But, you have those.
Well, you were on those committees. Let's rephrase that. Before the vid happened, before you got all these new responsibilities added to you, so you were able to balance the work-life balance because it was pre-vid, and then you don't know what's going to happen. After all of this stuff has happened. But going to your point, if they isolated teachers specifically for online and then isolated teachers, in person, how would that help? Would that alleviate? Would that help you in your situation if you were strictly online or if you were strictly, face to face?
As a teacher who used to do strictly online, I would say yes, just because you can give that more individual attention. I was able to reach out to kids. I was able to text them through Google Voice, different things, monitor their progress a little bit more, not just for my class, but for multiple classes. And now I'm so focused, I'm teaching 6 out of 7 classes a day. And then once I do get a break for my conference period, that's my lunch period, that's my run errands period, that's my get copies done, make my lessons, meet with the other team that I'm working with. And then by the time I get to sit down and actually do something, I have like 30 minutes. And so most of the time I'm eating lunch while kids are in my room because I just don't have time. If I do eat lunch, most of us just skip lunch these days.
Right.
I mean, we're working our tails off, and I'm glad that a lot of parents that I've talked to, they understand if I respond to their email. I'm really good about responding to emails within an hour, but this year it's more like a day or 2. And I always start out with, I'm sorry. And I always get the response of, I know you're doing everything you can right now.
Right.
Which is really appreciative because I know that's not always the situation in everyone's case. So it's a definite difficult year for teachers. People just need to understand we're doing the best we can. They're still pushing for state testing. We don't agree to it, but we're doing what we can to get your kids there. So
what is the district and what is the schooling institutes enacted or done differently to kind of help alleviate, the teachers and stuff like that? Have they done anything different?
I mean, we got a snack day the other day.
Really?
All right, listen here, school board. You need to take care of your damn teachers.
I mean, they gave us our school board did give us a bonus check. We got 2 bonus checks this year for $1,500, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you to my school board. But our school board, we also did not get an approved pay raise, so there was that. I'm very grateful for that $1,500. It went to pay bills, so I'm appreciative of that.
Alicia has a good point. She said, what can parents do to help support the teachers to make y'all's life easier?
I think...
or better, for that matter.
I think just showing the grace, even if it's just a simple... Like, I'm all about the little things. Sending a message, it's not, just, hey, is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can reach out? Because in the past, I know... As a high school teacher, I'm sure it's a little easier for elementary teachers because they only have about 30 kids. But as a teacher who has 130 kids, it's harder for me to do the reach outs with your kid is struggling right now. And I'm going to be honest, I've been slacking in that area because I just don't have time.
So explain to me, if the class sizes are 30 to 38 or whatever, how do you have 130 kids?
So my classes are smaller right now because I'm trying to see what I can say. They developed what's called trailer course.
Okay, that just sounds horrible.
And
my vision of that.
It's pretty much all the kids who were not successful first semester. They are now retaking first semester. So it pulled one of our algebra teachers. So just imagine how many kids failed first semester, and that's why my numbers are smaller.
Got you.
Yeah.
Wait, you said your numbers are smaller, but you said 130 students. So explain that math to me.
Normally I have about 150, 160 kids.
Okay, so explain that math to me.
Listen, math teacher's off for spring break right now.
All right, well, contact me and answer that when you're back in session so that I know that answer. So if the class sizes are 30 to 40, then how in the hell do you have 150 students on any given Sunday?
Let's see, 30 times
weekday.
6 is 180. I teach special education, so I don't hit 180. Special education classes are regulated to naturally be smaller. And so that's why.
So you can have more one-on-one. I get it.
So my classes, okay,
just
normal
for the
class.
Listening audience so that they understand the plight, that you aren't just dealing with 38 kids, you're dealing with 150, 180, or however.
Yeah, my classes I was told before COVID my classes would be no more than 21, 22 kids. However, with how things are laid out right now on my campus, some classes have 21, some have 27. So it just depends. But at the beginning of the year, the reason I had 250 is because they thought the best idea for my campus was to just make one teacher online. So that's why I took so many kids. And I'll be honest, it wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all have 7 periods, or how many periods y'all have?
We have 7 periods a day. Mm-hmm. We are the only tested subject in the entire district that teaches 6 classes a day on my campus.
Wait, run that by me again.
There are 7 classes a day.
Got that part.
The tested subjects. So
what is a tested subject?
So your STAR tested subjects, the end of the year exams. So biology, English 1, English 2, U.S. history, algebra. Mm-hmm. Typically those teachers get an off period plus what's called a planning period with the entire team. And so they normally only teach 5 classes a day. On my campus, we teach 6 classes a day. The algebra team does. Because we can't, because there's not room in the budget to hire another teacher.
You don't have the resources.
We don't have the resources.
Gotcha.
So we opted to teach 6 classes a day and give up one of our periods, so that way our students could still get smaller class sizes. So
let's do a hypothetical thing, and we're going to be playing fortune teller right now. So and this is going to go from business to school, and this is going to be eye-opening for, I think, everybody. If the school bases its funding on scores, test scores, and that sort of stuff, which has historically been done, right? That's how they funding in sports too.
I believe it's on attendance.
Is it on attendance?
I believe so. That's not my area of specialty.
Well, then, perfect example. Okay, if it's on attendance and we got people that aren't showing up to school because they're doing it online, how is the funding going to get allocated in the future? Because what I see is a snowball effect that's going to be an ongoing thing where the funding is going to get pulled and you're going to be running even leaner with less resources and less funding, because if the funding is mandated based on your attendance and based on your score, and your scores are down because you don't have the resources, see how that's like a cycle, and it's just an ongoing snowball that's just going to continually get worse and worse. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, one of our sister districts right next to us is currently running. They call it their online university, I believe is what they call. I'm not sure. And so, because I have a friend who teaches for that. And so the sister district, they've already been offering online learning. And so when all this happened, it wasn't too much new platform for them. I know that our district, from what I've heard, is looking into having solely online teachers next year for students who are being successful in this area and would like to continue online learning. Currently, online students do get attendance still taken for them. They have until midnight to complete the assignments for their classes. So in high school.
So that's how they kind of do the attendance. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so like I just have a warm up every day. It's got like 2-3 questions on it. As long as it's content related and they answer that, we're allowed to mark them present for the day. And then they get marked remote present versus like normal present is how it works.
Gotcha.
It's a mess. I take attendance in 3 different ways on campus. It takes me a good hour or 2 a day to complete attendance.
God, I mean, I'm just thinking in my head, just logistic-wise, it's just a cluster F of monumental proportions.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
All I know is that our district has said that what we're doing this year, we're not doing that next year. We're fixing it because it's not working. So I do know that much.
Well, that goes back to my question. Original question is how do you fix the cluster?
I don't think there's a right way. If I had my dream school, I would offer online learning for our juniors and seniors, because we've seen that our seniors who are being successful are able to work extra hours so they can pay those bills and help their families out where it's needed. Freshmen and sophomores, I don't feel like they should be allowed or offered online courses. This is my personal opinion, because they're not mature enough to handle that just yet. Yes, I understand there are freshmen and sophomores out there, 14, 15, 16-year-olds who can handle that. But for the vast majority, they can't. And so I think instilling that, because when they get into college, it's looking like colleges are going more towards digital learning anyway. Right. So let's help prep them in another way to get ready for that digital learning and that self-monitoring.
So what about like maybe doing a hybrid version in your freshman, sophomore year, so that way it kind of prepares them for their junior, senior year? You know what I'm saying? So it's like not all, but kind of like what you're doing now. Like you were talking about half, online and half in person, and then kind of just going all online.
So I know on my campus, we the algebra and the English team pushes for a flipped classroom, which means that the kids are responsible for all their notes at home. And then when they come in class, our classes are 47 minutes, so they spend those 47 minutes just practicing and getting the teacher one-on-one learning. So that way it's not 20 minutes wasted teaching them the lesson. They're responsible to watch it at home. They come the next day with any questions that they have. And so that's really helped, especially my special education students. They're able to go and listen to the lesson as many times as they need to, and then come with those. And then I'm able to small group certain students who aren't feeling confident about the lesson previous, and then I can just help the kids and play fun games, and then their 45 minutes is spent doing interactive stuff versus sit and get for 20 minutes, which I wouldn't want to sit and listen to someone for 20 minutes. So
no,
especially algebra.
I don't even listen to anybody for 5 minutes,
which is why we have a podcast.
Exactly.
That's right.
So people are forced to listen to us for hours. No, I'm just kidding. No, Kayla has a good point here. Just like the workforce, companies notice that many employees are more productive working from home. Like Kayla being a single mom, to 3 kids. And I mean, I know that was a frustration for her because she's having to drive the kids to school, then drive to work, and then try to work-life balance once again. So I know, like some industries, it makes life a lot easier working from home, and I think a lot of companies and stuff have noticed, a higher level of success, working from home. Then you don't have all that cooler talk, you don't have all that, bullshit talk that goes on and everything else. I know with certain industries, like Patrick's over there.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can't work from home because.
No. I wouldn't be able to work from home.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you noticed it being better or worse from the work school kids working from home or educating from home, or has it been better or worse?
Like me educating from home?
Yeah, you educating. You on a person.
Oh, I hated it.
You hated it?
Because I love the interaction with the kids. I mean,
Right.
that's the best part about being a teacher. So if you're thinking about being a teacher, every day is a different day, and I could write a book on the things I've heard over 9 years. I mean, the kids are just hilarious. There's never a dull moment. How many times I'm called Mom a day is just ridiculous. And so...
Mama Marisa.
That's right. And so, I mean, I absolutely... Even if they told me I didn't have to come into work and I could work from home, I'd still go into work. Because I'm just one of those people that when I sit in front of my computer, I'm much more productive than when I'm sitting at home playing Netflix in the background. So...
Yeah, like I can't sleep at night because I was like, there's too much stuff that needs to be done.
Exactly. My mind runs too much. So I have to be up at work. But, kid-wise, kids just need to be in the building. They haven't been... They're too young to understand how to separate those lives. And so we need to help educate them on how to do it. And that's what high school mainly focuses on is it's not just algebra and geometry and all those things. It's how get this kid ready for the real world.
Right.
And so, and trying to help parents out maybe, because my parents worked, my dad traveled Monday through Friday and was only home Saturdays and Sundays. And then my mom worked from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And so I really relied, I had amazing parents and I'll never trash them. My teachers instilled a lot of things in me that maybe my parents were just working and they just didn't have the time to do. Mm-hmm. But while I learned a lot of valuable lessons from my parents, I learned a lot from my teachers as well. Especially being in band, I learned, punctuation and all these other things. Mm-hmm. And so, every day when my students walk out, I team teach with another teacher because technically I only have 10 kids per class that show up per day, and she has the same. So we just combine our classes and teach together. So now there's 3 teachers in the room. And every day when the kids leave, we're like, we love you. And because sometimes that might be the only I love you that kid hears all day.
Aw.
I know. I'm so sentimental.
No,
it's pretty sad if that's true.
Unfortunately, we have students in different situations. Some of them, their parents aren't able to be around. Maybe they're working 3, 4, 5 jobs just to keep food on the table. You have other parents who have made certain choices to land them in a different type of house. And then you have parents who just don't want to be as involved, Unfortunately, like my son, he only sees his dad every so often when it's convenient. And so it's sad that that's the situation, but that's what reality is these days.
And unfortunately, that's the new norm, going back to what we were originally saying, at the very beginning is, what is the new norm? And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. It's everything's convenience, and whenever it's not convenient, then it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started on the dads.
Wait, weren't you just talking about that?
Oh, I was bitching.
Yeah, you were. You was getting heated.
Yep. Don't even get me started on the dads.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother episode. I think we could talk for another 5 hours about.
Oh, yeah.
Let me do all the talking. Because, me and my kid's mother, we got a divorce, but I did what I was supposed to do as a father, and I man up and took care of my kids. I paid what I was supposed to pay, to help the kids out, and everything, where it went. I have no clue, but I have a feeling. But, with the insurance and everything, I paid for insurance, I helped with co-pays, and all that. I struggled,
But you struggled so that your kids didn't have to, and that's
right.
That's the definition of being.
And I still do that. I still do that to this day.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So,
And your kids, or one of your kids, is putting you through the ringer too.
Yeah. But
he knows which one.
Yeah, I know which one. But you can't say no to your kids.
Yeah.
It's you want them to have a better life than what you've had. And everything.
Well,
but unfortunately, Devin, is
what, Papa Patrick?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can look back to the 80s when I grew up in the 80s and 70s and all that. I had it made, and everything. I had 2 great parents, and of course, my kids were born in the early 90s, and you know,
Weren't
I
you
mean,
born in the 90s?
89, sir. Throwing my age out
Damn-
there,
damn
40-year-old
near.
man.
okay, whatever.
You didn't even know I was 40 until a little bit ago.
But now that I know, I'm never going to let you live it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shut up. You never let me live it down since I've known you.
That's
You
right.
always call me old man.
That's right.
So anyway, I mean, I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I can go on and on and on and on.
So this
Because
is,
by God,
yeah.
you know what? If I have to do what I had to do, I want the other guys to man up and take care of their kids too.
exactly.
That's what I want.
I mean, he's very consistent with his child support every month. Thank you to the state, throwing that out there. And
Well, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
State's
because
handling
this-
it for me.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
you
and
let
that's
the
only
state
real reason.
handle it. You know.
So-
Yeah. But I mean, that's a good point because, like, you're already handling all of this stuff with the education system and the, breakdown of, but then you got to balance that whole aspect of your kid and your kid's father and everything else. So it's just like, it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm a single parent and I'm in grad school, so I'm
And
doing
then you're
everything.
doing that on top of it. Holy crap.
Yeah, somehow I manage all that.
I think you just like to punish yourself. That's what I think that is.
They told me at work on Friday, they said, you're forbidden to work. And I said, well, I'm going to go work on Sunday, but that's about it. And they
You're
said,
glutton for punishment is what that's called.
my boss joked about turning off my key card so I couldn't get into work because she knows I'll go do work. But that's the teacher in me. I'm constantly working, reaching out. I had a student who found out on Friday night that she made the cheer squad. And the first thing I did, 8 o'clock at night, sorry, boss. 8 o'clock at night, I'm sending her a text message saying, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. And so, I mean, it's the little things that count, you know?
Well,
Look-
yeah. I mean, it's the little things to the kids, and then also to employees from big major corporations. I mean, hey, good job today. That goes a long way.
That
It really
attaboy-
does.
That attaboy does go a long way.
No, they
'cause
never
people-
said attaboy.
No, they call it. That's what they call it. It's called attaboy.
Pat on the back.
Okay,
Yeah, the
whatever.
attaboy. Attaboy.
Pat
the
yourself
Yeah,
on the back.
well,
That's what they call it. Attaboy.
when I know that I turned the plane really fast, I
Yeah.
just kind of patted myself on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I wasn't going to get it from anywhere else, but except for a couple people that I know
Right.
for sure that would give it to me, and everything. So it's all right.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
from personal experience, like I actually built a folder inside of my Outlook, my browser, that just said attaboy. And so any type of praise would go in there. But yeah,
Mine says, you're awesome.
you're awesome. Is that what your folder says?
It definitely says that. It definitely says that. Because I've been,
I think everybody needs that. It's like whenever you're feeling like you're having a shit day and everything's just hitting a fan, just to go read that and be like, okay, I can do this.
one of my principals, one of my bosses one time said, you keep a folder in your filing cabinet, and that's where you put all the student letters you get. So when you're having those bad days, you pull the student letters out, and you remind yourself why you chose this career.
Exactly, and I think everybody should do that in every career, not just in education. I think that should be, because we all go through some, experiences, and whether we like, you just got to deal with it. It's and how you persevere and how you survive and how you handle it. That's the true definition of, it defines your character.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to keep my file from Southwest, but they wouldn't let me.
I went old school. I have a paper one. So I'll just pick it
Well,
up.
I had stuff from, way back. I mean, commendation letters, like from Herb Kelleher, he passed away. The founder of Southwest. Colleen, and a couple of, a couple from Gary. That's the CEO, and that's it. But I think I got more from Herb and Colleen than I did from the actual CEO. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
So Patrick, tell me, how did that make you feel?
What, getting accommodation letters from the founder?
I mean, did it make you feel
Oh,
better
yeah,
about that particular founder versus the others? Because you got...
Yeah. It made me feel good when I got accommodation letters. I mean, the Great Flood of 06, when we flooded out there at Love Field. I was out there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, yeah, 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't leave there until the next morning when day shift was coming in at 5 o'clock.
I remember that flood. It took
and
my
then-
first car.
Yeah.
What do you mean it took your first car?
That little, what did I drive? It was
You don't even
that plum Dodge Neon.
Oh my God, you drove a Neon too?
Oh. So did my sister. They were matching Plum cars. She had a Plymouth and I had a Dodge. My dad thought it was
What was
hilarious.
it, a buy one, get one free? Like, what the hell?
No, I know. How many Plum cars do you find? I flooded mine. My dad told me I had to drive home. And I said, Dad, the roads are flooded. And he said, you have to drive home. I said, okay. And I flooded it. And my mom's response to him was, well, now you get to buy her a new car because it's your fault.
Well, Kayla's not here to tell the story, but she tried to kill her Neon, and apparently, I guess they float, and apparently they can run underwater. They're like submarines.
Mine didn't float.
Yours didn't float?
No. And
really?
Then,
apparently. She tried to, literally tried to kill this car.
Was she in New Orleans?
In New Orleans, yep.
I was in Fort Worth. I got rescued by the hottest firefighter and his mom.
Wow.
His mom was driving the fire truck.
That's kind of weird.
It was weird because she was like, I swear she was like 70 or 80 years old. She was driving a fire truck and they saw us and they were going to rescue some cops who got their car stuck.
Uh-huh.
So they pushed us out of the way and then I sat there until my dad came because then the water receded. So we flooded again. Him and my friend get out of the car and she started pushing. Sorry, Kathleen. And I had the emergency brake on and he was yelling at her to push harder. And then I realized the emergency brake was on.
Okay, so if you don't know, I know Marisa as not exactly being the brightest crayon in the box sometimes.
Come on now.
Hey, I was being nice.
I'm just living
Which
my
I was very fearful for.
my blonde self.
Yeah. I was very fearful for the educational system whenever I heard you were going to be a teacher. I was like, oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was too when I found out my niece was going to be a teacher, you know.
I'm a great teacher. Ask any of my former students. They all will tell you I'm their favorite.
Yeah.
Hey, being a favorite and being good are two totally different things.
Yep.
Hey, my test scores show that I'm a good teacher.
That's all.
It's also not that hard to pass the test.
Oh,
okay.
God.
All right.
All you got to know is how to use a calculator.
Oh, Kayla said she did.
Yeah,
Yep. I knew it.
They float.
Yep.
They float just like
She
airplanes.
said I flooded mine too, and they float.
Yeah, they float. Yeah.
Well, I guess it kind of floated. If I didn't keep my foot on the brake, it was going to start moving.
Oh, yeah. And if you didn't have, the e-brake on.
My bad. I can't find the e-brake in my new car. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, I saw during that flood, I saw me and one of my supervisors. We went out. It was the old terminal of Love Field, and we went out to the sides where Dallas police would park their cars and all that. And me and Gary were looking out and everything. His name was Gary Tuffin, and me and Gary Tuffin would look out and would go, "Uh-oh, that's not good," because the water was all the way up to the lights of the police cars.
Uh-huh.
I go, wonder what Laura Miller's going to do now.
Oh, my God. That's a name I have not heard in forever.
What's Laura Miller going to do? Is she going to blame the officers or is she going to blame the airport? Who's she going to blame? She'll blame everybody else but herself.
Of course.
Of course. So, he goes, dude, I don't know, and I really don't care. We got to get back down there, and everything. And I said,
yeah, we got a job to do. We ain't got time for this.
Yeah. No, we were shut down. We were shut down for the whole total 8 hours of everything. I mean,
and this was that flood you were talking about earlier? Or
yeah,
what?
the great flood of 06.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
we've talked about a lot of topics since then, so
so anyway, and one of the weirdest things that what kind of scared us a little bit was that when me and Gary was standing at the bag room door and everything, we're standing there and we're smoking and we're just just doing this, and all of a sudden we just kind of just follow something, and I go, "Hey man, is that a propane tank?"
Oh my God!
And he goes, "Looks like it." Dude, it's going out to the runway, and we still had some planes trying to land and all that. And it's all flat out there, so it's all going to flood. There was already a couple inches of water out on the ramp and on the runway.
But yet airplanes were still coming in, huh?
Some were coming in. I think some that were like, on final and everything. And so they just went ahead and come on in. And I saw a couple of pro trucks go out to, just literally go out to the runway and pick up the propane tanks. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we didn't really want any explosions that day, with the propane tanks and the planes.
Yeah, that's not a good combo.
That's not good. You know.
I got a funny story about propane tanks. So we went. You ever been to Mustang Island? You know where that is?
Yeah,
it's
that's
South
south.
Texas. Yeah. So me and a bunch of my guy buddy friends, we went down there for spring break, which ironically is now. And we took some of those little mini propane tanks.
Yeah.
And we decided we were going to throw them in a fire.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you're an idiot.
How does that not surprise me?
Hey, I wasn't the... Yeah, there might have been alcohol played a little bit of a effect.
So you're telling me I'm not smart because I drove a car into a flood, but you threw propane tanks in a fire pit?
I didn't say I stood over the damn thing. I just said we threw it in there.
No,
because
but
it
you
can't-
said
because
no,
it
but
can't
you
fly
said that
out.
you threw the canister into the fire.
Yeah, and guess
Where do
what?
you think it's going to go? It's just going to go poof and stay there? No, it's going to shoot out.
No, that's what we thought too. 2 hours later, still didn't blow up.
Well, then it was freaking empty.
Yeah, I was like, was there any gas in there?
I don't know. I
Propane.
wasn't going to go poke it and find out.
Propane, Marissa, not gas.
See, I was smarter than that.
It's like my dad when he comes over and he's like, we're going to grill something on the grill. And I go, oh, you mean my yard decoration? And he's like, is there any gas in there? And I go, I don't know. There's a tank. I don't grill anything. I got a nice little George Foreman. It works just fine for the single mom.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't judge me.
No, air fryers are the best, especially if you got kids. Air fryers. That's what's up. Just
Yeah.
My son eats 5 things, and that's it.
What's he eat? Let's hear it.
Pepperonis,
Cheez-It.
waffles, cereal, McDonald's only chicken nuggets and french fries, and anything that's sweet. So like
Candy?
cake, candy, all that. But he doesn't get that very often.
Got you.
Yeah, he's got his only meat he'll eat right now is pepperonis. I've stopped trying to battle that. There's a whole story behind that, but
We got time. Go ahead.
it's not a good story. It's a sad story.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, we don't want.
We don't want sad
We
stories.
don't
We don't want
Derail
sad
this whole-
stories.
We
We
can talk
don't.
about how he busted his chin open at school.
What, recently or?
Yeah, you didn't see it. So I put on Facebook. He had fallen at. He was walking up the steps at school and he fell and hit the stairs just right and busted his chin open. And so he's not insured right now.
Oh, no.
And so if you saw that eye roll, and
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you feel about that? I
yeah,
can tell by that eye roll that you feel...
from the state of Texas, there's another individual who parents this child who's responsible for that,
Yes.
who's currently not being insured. So he's not insured. So thankfully, I don't have to. Normally it's 50-50, but because of that, it's now 100% the other person. So I had to take him to the hospital, and he got 4 stitches. And so that was a piece of cake. Taking him out at the doctor's office was another thing because it took 4 nurses and a doctor to pin him down to get those out. So
Oh, he had that superhuman strength.
he does have that superhuman strength. And so they got him out, and in the process, they slightly reopened it. So then he had to have the tape. And so thankfully he's doing all right. He's got a little scab, but, 5-year-old boys, I'm surprised it took this long for him to get injured.
I was just going to say...
Hey, I got a scar.
See,
I got a scar from when I wrecked my bike.
his isn't even a
Is
cool
this a
story.
motorbike
either.
or is this a
It's a regular bike, dude.
bicycle?
A bicycle.
Bicycle.
A bicycle.
He had
Thank
the
you,
little, what's it called? The card on the back, so it made that noise.
Yep. I had that too.
Well, the reason why I thought was
I had
maybe,
that too.
maybe it was a tricycle because, you being short and all. And
What's my
Mike's-
what's the name
Log?
of this?
Log?
F you. How about that?
Devin's just jealous because he can't get on a bike.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my
Well,
God. You
no,
have
I
not seen
wrecked.
my garage, obviously.
No, I wrecked. I jumped a ramp. I lived in Irving. I was 8, 9. I jumped a ramp. Yeah, I went pretty high.
Did you have fun doing it?
Oh yeah, I had fun doing it. And then when I landed wrong. And I mean, you can still see the scar. I mean, it's right there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, my God. Now Kayla wants us to, compare scar stories.
Oh no. Oh, I got a bunch of scars.
I only
I
have
do,
one.
too.
I have
Hello.
one right here.
I was going to say, I got one right there.
Oh yeah, when you got that one, I forgot.
Yeah,
have
I
one
got
right here.
I got
Yeah.
no, I got
Yeah.
scars all over my body.
See, luckily the camera hides it over there.
I got one
This
right
side's
here.
all right.
I got one right here.
I didn't even think
underneath-
about that whenever we were setting this podcast up, that the scar's going to be on the other side.
Yeah, I got one underneath my chin. I got one right here when I was in a car accident. That's why I have a goatee, so it covered the.
Covers it up.
So what happened with his car incident? Did I know about this? Like, I mean, I know I've heard kind of details here and there, but like, I was like, did I know you then?
No.
Were you here locally? Was this locally?
Yeah, it was local.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I don't really like talking.
I know. That's why I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go on to the next story.
Yeah, I don't like talking.
I could sense your vibe.
Yeah. Thank you for once.
Just don't kill my vibe.
Yeah. Thank you for once.
So what are you up to besides teaching and going on doing?
Teaching, grad school, single mom.
Yeah.
Hey,
besides all that, what do you do for fun?
What's fun?
Marisa, you want to cheese it?
Oh, yeah. Let me chew it in the microphone and piss off Devin.
There you go.
Thanks, you ass hats.
Eat some Cheez-Its. It was all good. There you go. I thought that was pretty funny.
Chase says the fact that wait, Chase, you have a scar? You had a damn cast on. Come on. I know he's got to have scars.
Notice how all these people with all these scars are males, so I'm screwed with my child. I'm surprised he hasn't broken a bone yet. Knock on wood.
I was going to say, give him time, give him time.
Oh, it'll happen. He just started baseball, so that's, I guess, a hobby that we're doing. He was in it last year, but with the pandemic, he only got to go to 2 practices.
Have you ever had a broken bone?
I've broken toes and fingers. That's it. I really suck at basketball.
Is that how you broke your toes and fingers?
That's how I broke my feet. Oh, your dog almost took that out. I think she wants to go outside.
I think she does. Are you?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, she wants to go outside. I can handle
Special
this,
guest
Devin.
here.
I can handle
You
this
handle
right
it?
quick.
All
Yeah,
right.
I can handle
Oh,
it.
good.
Well,
Let's
you got to sit over here because you got to handle the board.
Oh, no, you handle it. I'll let her out.
Oh, then how are we gonna tell stories about Devin now?
No, y'all can go ahead and talk shit. Hold on, I'm gonna go.
No, because I was going to like make a pit stop on the way back after letting Willow out.
All right, go do your thing. Go let her out.
Okay.
God dang, man, she's like.
Well, she was
I
bugging
go,
you like about 10 minutes ago.
listen
So
to her.
I figured- she's so cute.
I know. She's like, come on, daddy. Chase says, I see Willow in the background. Yeah, she was trying to make a special guest appearance, but she wasn't supposed to be on the show today. And oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. It's the ghost of Patrick right there.
So yeah, I've noticed already. There's like going back to the mask stuff that there's stores that aren't even. They've already taken their signs down. The QT out by my campus that we go to frequently. Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, the first day it started, none of the employees had masks on. Half the people walking in and out, I think people were kind of like, do I wear it? Do I not wear it? Mm-hmm. And it actually made me really double think, because I don't know about you, but teachers love taquitos from QT. I don't know why. We just love. I don't know why. It's like a.
That's a thing. I don't even know.
I think it's
taquitos from Whataburger. I heard was on point, but never
like
heard
those. Yeah, I think it's because we can eat them really quick in between passing periods, and then we can just go back to teaching.
Wait, have you had the buffalo chicken ones?
No, because you remember that one time you gave me hot sauce because you thought it would be funny, and then I was crying and chugging a gallon of milk. Yeah, that wasn't funny.
Yeah, I do that to all my friends. That's part of the initiation. I got to see how strong you are.
Yeah, I remember you were like, come over for taco night. I will never forget that or forgive you for that. I remember my mouth was on fire forever. No, we always get the steak and cheese ones. Those ones are good.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about.
Because they only have a little kick to them.
Do you use any of their sauces with it, or you just eat it just as is?
As is.
Okay, because they got some Chipotle sauces. They got some good sauces in there.
So, making it hotter when I just said I can't.
They have ranch as well.
Oh, we can't go wrong with ranch.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it got jalapeno ranch, I think, too. Which I know you ain't
Oh,
gonna
my
eat.
God.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, I mean, like, none of the employees had them, and I was shocked. But, I mean, it makes me really double take. And a lot of us teachers...
none of the employees had what?
Mask on.
Oh, going to QT or what? Okay.
Yeah, QT. And so we really have, I know a lot of teacher friends we've really talked about, we're already getting all this exposure at work. If we can limit, it's a personal choice. I have nothing against somebody who doesn't want to wear a mask or anything like that. But again, if I get sick as a single parent, who's taking care of my kid? Because my only options are his dad lives an hour and a half away.
Well, we know the state ain't taking care of him, but go ahead.
Exactly. And so, I mean, and what am I going to do? Send him to my elderly parents' house? I can't do that. And then my sister and them, well, they have 4 kids. They can't take another kid. So, I mean, if I get sick with COVID, I'm stuck. And then do I take off work or do I tough it out? because I mean I have to pay the bills. I'm the only one there is.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying about earlier about the class sizes and everything else. But in actuality, you're dealing with 150 different faces, or as I call them, petri dishes of cesspools of all sorts of bacteria, and who knows how many people they've been around and if they've ever washed their hands or not washed their hands. I mean, high school's a little bit better. A little bit, not much. No, you're like
no, because in elementary
no.
school you stick them in the bathroom, and now the newer elementary schools they only have the restrooms in the bathroom, and then they have one giant area where all kids wash their hands, boys and girls, and it's visible. So the kids go in and they do what they need to do, and then they come out, and then it's one giant,
like a horse trough type thing, or what?
Those, and they just have the kids come wash their hands real quick, and the teacher's right there to watch them.
Oh, to make sure they actually wash their hands. Okay.
Yeah, the newer schools all have that. Now in high school, I'm not about to go stand in the bathroom while a 14 through 18-year-old goes and uses the bathroom, and so
no, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, that is.
That's
creepy.
like next level.
Yeah, no thanks.
I think. Yeah.
I just assume they wash their hands, but I tell the kids, like, the kids get it. They're older, and so I say, let's be real. You need to use hand sanitizer, because I'll know what y'all do. You go in, you rinse your hands under the water, if you even do that.
Right.
Maybe we're lucky you touch soap for 30 seconds or less. And then I said, but realistically, how long are you supposed to be washing your hands? And the kids can't answer the questions. And I'm like, okay, so
they don't even know 10:15.
Exactly. So they have installed.
That's 10:15.
The kids don't know it.
You know that. The kids don't know that. But anyway, go ahead.
All right. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm back.
They installed a...
Patrick is now in the room, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy, she almost tripped me down the damn stairs, man.
Did she?
Oh,
she had to go that bad?
Yeah, she had to go that bad. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
So what did she do? Beeline out there?
I mean, I was going down the stairs, and she cut me off.
Oh, yeah, you got to be careful, man.
Yeah, I almost, slid into the door and
Dude,
shit.
you saw it come in here?
Yeah, I know.
She was like...
Yeah, I mean, she jumped
psycho
up,
ex-girlfriend, like about to come stab us or something.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, I need you now, right here.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That was rude of me.
No, it's all good. We'll get back to what we were talking about, hand washing and lack thereof, and using instant sanitizer.
Well, I know in the high schools they've installed multiple sanitation, like hand sanitizer. There you go, right here. You never know.
On this podcast, we make sure that everybody is nice and sanitized.
They have hand sanitizers between like every classroom and all that, and so the kids will just go poop and walk right in class. And
Wait,
now I have
kids go poop and then they walk right into class?
Oh, don't be like that. You know what I'm talking about. Like they use the hand sanitizer and then they come in the class.
I'm just saying what you stated.
Yeah. The kids are real good about it, and then also teachers are required to, on top of everything we do, at the end of class we have the students stand by their tables, and then once they leave, passing period 6 minutes. So in between that 6 minutes, while also needing to do my hall duty and making sure the kids are in the hall too long, I have to wipe down every seat and every spot. And so it's like a relay race. And so, yeah.
Damn.
That's kind of like the casino.
Yeah, right?
Is that what the casino's doing?
So let me ask you, do you have one of those like Fitbits or any type of thing that counts your steps or anything like that?
No, I should. But I'm walking a lot less than I normally do, because I'm not walking around the classroom as much, and it stinks. But I have tables in my room, so bless the hearts of the teachers who have desks, because at least a table I can just go and wipe the whole table.
Right.
How's that go?
Little desk.
Yeah, okay.
And then
sound effects. It's a thing.
And then those people at who have desks, I mean, that's a lot to wipe down, and we're not allowed to have the kids wipe them down or spray because
hell no, because you can't trust them little petri dishes.
No, see, it's not safe for them to touch it. But
to touch what?
The sanitizer.
What are they gonna fucking melt because they're one big germ or like?
Apparently they'll get injured, but it doesn't matter if the teacher gets injured. So I don't know. We're allowed to touch it, but not them.
Their lives are more important than yours. That's what that boils down to.
That's fine. I'm irreplaceable.
Then who's going to educate them?
Exactly.
I will. I can.
Oh, Jesus.
What was that for? What was that for?
Will's got enough problems, bro. We don't need you added.
I mean, maybe history, but I haven't seen your algebra skills yet. So.
Oh, I suck at algebra.
See, algebra.
Algebra what?
Algebra.
Can we spell it?
No, I say algebra.
No, you kind of stuttered on that one.
Yeah, I stuttered, but I suck at that. History, I'll be good.
Oh, he's a history major. He's been going off for like the last 3 hours earlier today.
That's what my brother-in-law teaches.
Gee,
we're all teachers.
Who, Jason? Who?
Yeah, Jason. Oh, look at you remembering his name.
I remember things and stuff.
He teaches freshmen.
And I suck at names, too.
Oh, yeah. He teaches freshmen history, out there in Castleberry. I can't speak anything about Castleberry, don't know anything, but he loves it. He says kids are great.
Where's Castleberry?
It's south side of Fort Worth, right?
Okay.
No, I think
south
it's the north side. North side of Fort Worth.
No, it's not north because I'm north.
No, Castleberry is out. Castleberry's out at...
All right, hold on. We got the listening audience for a reason. Y'all tell us where the hell Castleberry
No,
is.
Castleberry is like off of 820, going out to 20.
Yeah, but that's like south of 820.
It's west.
Well,
think
now
it's
you're
west.
changing your answer to west.
I think it's west.
It's definitely not north, and it's not east.
No, it's not north. I think it's west.
Well, you're the one who said north.
No, east. West.
Jesus, now he's saying east and then
No, it's
west.
west.
I'm like,
It's
God,
west.
where the hell is it?
It's
I've
that
convinced
way.
him.
It's out there going
It's
out
diagonal.
there. Whatever.
It's out there where
It's
isn't that
going
where all
out
the
there.
old military housing is?
I think so because I think it's like going out there like towards Mineral Wells.
They have great kids out there. He's got a good track team, so shout out to Castleberry track team this year. He says y'all are great.
Yeah.
And then my sister, she teaches at a private Lutheran school, and she teaches 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade science.
Okay, so do you think that Lyndon Johnson had anything to do with Kennedy assassination?
You know, I've lived in Texas since I was 7, and I've never been out there to Dallas of where it happened.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, I have this
All
friend.
right. So now, Patrick, now's your opportunity to teach a teacher about history because apparently she needs it.
No, I took history online in college for a reason. Called
Okay, so
Google search.
Okay, so
I'm
so
gonna
do
stick
so
to
do
you
you
guys.
think Johnson was in
Educators.
on Kennedy assassination?
I have no idea.
Yes or no?
I don't know.
She doesn't know enough to answer that question
Exactly.
educatedly.
Oh, God. Okay.
I think.
All right. This is my opinion.
Oh,
goodness.
Uh-oh,
Here we
there she
go.
goes.
What the hell she barked? Where the hell she at now?
She's outside.
She's outside.
You don't remember the whole story?
I didn't know she was still outside. My bad.
You need to get a doggy door.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
See, here's my deal about the Kennedy assassination, and people will probably, disagree with it. And I
How
don't,
the hell did
I
we
don't
get
care.
here? Okay, go ahead.
I don't know.
No, I asked her. I said, so she was talking about history, and I just asked her. Does she?
I think we were actually talking about maps and where
Castleberry. And on another note, Devin, you're bougie
Why am I bougie?
because you have a little
Have a
rubber
what?
thing on your straw. Because
Oh. Because I don't want to put metal in my mouth. That's silicone.
it's because you're putting other things in your mouth.
Whoa.
Uh-oh, I'm staying away
did
from
not.
that one. I'm staying away from that one. Nope. No,
So about that history.
nope. I ain't saying nothing about Kennedy now. Nope. Nope.
Hand sanitizer.
Oh, look. Chase called me bougie bear.
See?
Bougie bear.
I don't know Chase, but we should probably hang because Chase gets it.
Yep. Kayla says, hey, you can't break teeth with silicone. Thank you. Drive through. Silicone's great for a lot of other things, too.
Did you hear about that person? The
The
person who fell on it and died?
Fell on what? A metal straw?
Yeah. It poked him in the eye and
Well, you know what? If they would have had silicone tips
I think it would.
right there, they wouldn't have died. And I just realized I didn't even have that on camera.
Your silicone tip.
Yes, my silicone tip. This right here. Silicone tip. That she's making fun of. It's okay.
I guess I kind of get it because when you put a warm or a cold drink in there, it makes the straw cold or warm too. And so
Right.
you don't want it to.
See, it's science.
It's very masculine.
Hey, sorry my straw's not pink.
Yeah.
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 Kayla says teeth are important.
Yeah, they are. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, and so are microphones when you headbutt them with your headphones. Patrick, what are you doing? You're supposed to tell us about history. Oh, now he's going to pull the microphone.
No. Y'all ruined the moment. I'm not gonna.
Oh, now the history segment is gone.
Yeah, the history segment is gone.
Oh, hey, my phone all of a sudden started buzzing and working.
Uh-oh.
Is it working?
It
You know what's funny is you were having that phone issue, right?
Yes, look, now it's working. Look.
Hold on.
There's no more glitches.
Okay, I just want to point this out, that the software and his hardware and his board was not working at the beginning, and her phone was glitching, the software wasn't working, and we were talking about ghosts, and we were talking about how this room was freaking haunted, and was not working. The video was cut out, but the audio was working, and now the freaking everything's working.
Everything's working.
Okay,
stop talking about that. Did you see that?
Again, why is this?
And this is live, by the way. I want to
why
put
is this
that out
haunted?
there.
I don't know. I mean, I've known Devin since I was 16. Let's see, how many years is that?
Long time.
10.
Anyway, go
It's
ahead.
it's like 16 years I've known you, and I've always known this room to be haunted. I don't know why though.
Okay, so how this room became haunted, and the original story, or not real original story, but what had happened was, because all good stories start out as what had happened was, I was in here with the girl that I was dating at one time, and we were
the first problem.
Yeah, there's the first problem. Yeah, that's probably why it was haunted.
True that.
She's probably crazy.
Yes.
True that.
I cannot confirm nor deny that. So anyway, so we were sitting here and we were having a conversation, and all of a sudden this black shadow thing ran underneath her chair, and we were both in the middle of a conversation. We both stopped talking, and we're like, "Did you see that?"
This has been fun, Devin. I think I'm gonna have to go now.
Yeah, so we saw that black shadow thing, and then it literally disappeared underneath her chair. It was the weirdest, and I've never seen anything like that in my life. And obviously been videoing and shooting photography and all that sort of stuff for 20 plus years. But then what's even crazier than that is my dad and me and my mom, we were all downstairs, and my dad said, "Who's standing by the front door?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I looked down the hallway. He's like, "No, there's somebody standing by the foyer where I used to have there used to be a little foyer table with a light on it, entryway." Yeah. So, yeah, and he said, "Who's standing over there? Like, who's at your house?" And I'm like, "Oh, what?" So that's why I have cameras everywhere now, because if something's gonna happen, I'm gonna freaking record it. I'm gonna catch it.
It's the first time I've ever seen you use this room. Like, it's always been the off limit room. Like, you just don't come in here.
Well, it used to be an office, then it was a bedroom, and then it became
a collect all.
Yeah, it was a collect all. Now the front room's a collect all because it's the hottest room in the house. So,
yeah,
true story.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely get some ghost hunters up in here. You should go back and listen to.
Leave the cameras on.
Yeah.
Right.
And your microphones and stuff.
Leave them streaming 24/7.
I wonder if you listen to the beginning of the podcast if you'll catch anything.
I'm wondering. So my cousin runs a paranormal company up in New York, Pennsylvania area. So yeah, if you want to listen to the footage and slow it down and see if you catch anything, because a lot of weird crap was happening in the beginning.
And my phone was glitching. Like
your phone was glitching, which
it's all working
we actually caught
now.
that on video.
Yeah.
Chase says it used to be his room. It used to be, before it was the podcast room, it used to be Chase's room.
So then did Chase leave something behind?
Probably. No, it was haunted before he came in.
Well, nobody
died here.
Nobody died here?
No. That I know of.
Well, I mean, it's state law that they're supposed to tell you if somebody died here.
That's true. And I think the person owned it before me, yeah, they were younger, so.
How long did they have the house before?
I think the guy was married to a woman and they divorced, but that's as much as I heard. And then he sold the house thereafter, so I don't know if she mysteriously went missing. Now you got me wondering. Now I got to research the history of this damn house.
I would have already done it, dude.
I don't want to know. Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
How long have you lived here? 20 years?
16 years. This November will be 16 years.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost.
So see the length of me knowing you. That's how long this creepy room's been around.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
That's okay. Me and Ghost, we get along.
I haven't seen or heard anything except for, like I said in the beginning, something like
running in here.
No, in the attic.
Oh, I swear I've seen things in here, but of course I was drinking Kool-Aid those days, so you never know.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna see when you drink Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
You never know what you're going to see when you take a hit of acid either.
Well, I wouldn't know from personal
I wouldn't know
experience.
either.
But old.
Why don't you tell us about those?
Yeah, go ahead and tell us about your
Why don't you
experience,
tell us about
Patrick.
those days?
Oh, my God.
I'm listening. So did you play Dark Side of the Moon, or like what did you do? Like how did that work exactly?
Yeah, I did play Pink Floyd.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what kind of things did you see? And what kind of experience did you have?
Said I had an imaginary friend.
Was it an imaginary friend?
It was
Or was it an actual person?
it looked like a person, but they said that I always talk to a wall.
Who said that you were talking to a wall?
Friends. That's kind of like talking to my ex-wife.
Well, yeah.
Talking to a
Yeah, I get it.
damn wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Not listening to a damn word I say.
So what did you see? Like your friend said you were talking to the wall, but what did you actually see?
It's almost like psychedelic shit.
I know, but like what?
It's just, flowers. I saw, just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had a party one night at my apartment. I was 22, and
So let me ask you this:
What?
were you a big partier like I used to be way back in the day? You used to throw some pretty badass parties. All right, go ahead. Carry
Those are
on.
the
I
good
do,
days.
I do some parties.
I could sense that since you are, I guess, in charge of the Trinity class reunion and stuff. So,
Yeah.
speaking of which, y'all better register, or I'm gonna have to come after you.
Yeah, I need to. I need to get a venue. So
Sorry to distract you from your psychedelics, but yeah, go.
yeah, but yeah, there was there was one guy. He thought it was kind of like a upstairs studio thing. He thought he could actually fly, and it just when he leaned forward, I was just looking up, going, "No, dude, don't do it, don't do it, no, no, no." And once he leaned, and I knew he was coming down, he started flapping really fast, and he landed straight on the floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he was, and I remember everybody was just standing over him with a beer, going, "Hey, dude, you all right? You all right?" Well, is anybody going to call 911? No, man, he's all right. He looked good to me. So, and everything. So, and anyway, I've seen I've seen stuff. It's like sometimes when I take the Chantix and it's vivid dreams.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like that.
Like you say, vivid dreams. What makes them different than your regular dreams?
Vivid.
Feel
Vivid
realistic.
as far as what?
Almost realistic.
I had a student just a couple weeks ago. She fell asleep in class and she started screaming. And I knew she was in deep sleep because I heard her like heavy breathing, snoring. And she started screaming, "Don't kill me, don't kill me." And the whole class was dead silent because they were taking a test. And we were like, what? And so I walked over and I'm trying to wake her up and she wouldn't wake up. And then she was like, "Save me, save me." And she's screaming this. And I'm like, okay, in the 9 years I've worked, I've never had a kid do this. Do I call the counselor? Do I call the assistant principal? Like, who do I call? Well, she wasn't my student. The team teacher I'm with, I just looked back at her like, she's your kid. You come deal with this. And so she
Just don't
came
call
up,
the cop.
we got her to wake up. But
Last
she
thing you
was
do.
like hysterically crying. She really thought she wouldn't know where she was. She didn't realize she was still in class. She seriously thought someone was chasing after her, trying to kill her in her dream. And she was shooken up for a while. It took us a while to get her to calm back down and realize that it was fake. It was totally fine. But
Have you ever messed with somebody that was having a dream?
yeah, when they're sleepwalking, I did it with my kid the other day.
When they're sleepwalking?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about that experience.
My kid was sleepwalking, calling for his friend because they wanted to go play dinosaurs, and he was looking for me, and he started walking out the front door. My 5-year-old unlocked the door in the middle of the night at midnight and started walking out the front door, and I was like, "Rawr, the dinosaurs are this way." And he walked back and went back to bed. But yeah, he walked right out the front door, so I'm gonna install better locks on my door.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to put them at the top of the door so he can't reach them.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what my daughter used to do? My daughter would get up in the middle of the night if she's hungry.
Uh-huh.
Molly used to get up in the middle of the night and she would make herself a sandwich.
Will she leave the fridge open and everything and leave everything out?
No, she put everything back. She would put everything back. She'll make herself a sandwich, and she would get some chips and everything, and I could be in the bedroom, and all I hear is a. So that was one of the Dr. Peppers.
I was going to say, it sounds like a soda pop or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. That was a good sound effect, man.
Yeah.
We were all right there with you. We knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah. So, I mean, she used to do that all the time, and she used to sleep. I think that she used to sleepwalk and everything, and her mother did it a little bit too. But where was I going with this?
I don't know. You
Vivid
lighten me.
dreams.
Oh yeah, the dreams, and I mean, and we would wake up the next day, and I would say, "Hey Molly, how was that sandwich?" She goes, "Sandwich? I never eat a sandwich." I didn't. I said, "You ate one in the middle of the night, like at 2:00 in the morning. You even turned on the TV. You were watching,
Wide awake.
yeah, watching the movie,
Oh, dude, that's
and everything." And she goes, "But Dad, I don't remember." She couldn't say her R's. She goes, I don't remember watching a movie or anything like that. I just wake up in my bed. I go, no, you ate a sandwich, drank a whole Dr. Pepper, ate all the chips. I mean, you even opened the chips and we can hear you go, you know. So, yeah, that's, I never got on to my daughter about that. But, I mean, my son, he kind of did the same thing a little bit, but he likes to sleep. Well, he can't sleep as much as what he wants to, but
Kala says her aunt orders odd items off of Amazon while asleep. So this was a good segue. Has anybody?
Oh wow!
Has anybody? Because I know this has happened. Has anybody ordered some crazy stuff that you're like, when did I order that? That showed up at your house, and what was it?
Have you seen the TikTok of the lady who sleepwalks?
Yes, I was actually going to talk about that.
Where she goes outside naked.
Yes.
She goes outside in her pajamas, and then all of a sudden the camera catches her running back like, oh no, I did it again. She's got boxes on herself because she was naked.
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask the audience if they knew that link to that, because that was hilarious.
She's so funny. She posts them all the time.
Yeah, and I love how the husband is just sitting back and just like
observing everything. Observing
and like dying laughing, but he's like, I can't be loud because it's gonna wake her up.
And you can't wake him up because people are violent when you wake them up.
So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like you can't help but laugh, but then again, you can't laugh because you don't want her to wake up and then start swinging at your ass, or she's in the kitchen, grab a knife and come at you.
Yeah, so Kayla said that she ordered 20 cases of Cokes and didn't know until it was delivered.
I hope you like Coke.
Right?
Yeah. Really.
So has anybody done that? Anybody in the studio audience, or have you, Marissa, have you ever ordered a bunch of stuff and then didn't remember ever ordering it once until it showed up, or you happen to preview or look at your purchase history and you're like, I never remember ordering that?
No, but my niece, when she was 2, ordered a movie off of Amazon. That's when we realized what parental settings were.
Uh-oh.
So that was
what was this movie?
No, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a kid's movie. It showed up, and my mom was like, who ordered? Oh, it was Wreck-It Ralph. It was the first Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
We're like, we never even heard of that movie, so we didn't know what it was. And then she was 2, so she didn't know any better. She was just pushing buttons on the iPad. And my mom had a $26 movie of back when DVDs cost that much, children.
Yeah, I was going to say $26.
For those Blu-rays?
Hell?
Oh, yeah. My niece is 12 now, or 11. I don't know. She's somewhere around there.
So let me ask you this. Do you remember VCR?
I do. I also remember because my sister worked at Blockbuster.
Oh.
Where if you returned your video and it wasn't rewound, you would get charged.
What's Blockbuster?
Be Kind, Rewind. You remember that?
Be Kind and Rewind. And they would charge you $1 if they had to rewind it for you.
What's Blockbuster?
Oh, my God. That's a company that I told a few of my friends that were invested in the company to sell all your shares.
I don't get it. What's Blockbuster?
Blockbuster, for you youngins out there, was this video establishment.
Man, I know what that was.
I know
dude.
you do, but probably half the damn listeners don't. I guarantee Chase probably doesn't.
Good old days of Blockbuster, where you had to be the first one there on opening night, or you would just be greeted with the pictures of the movies if they were all rented out.
Yep.
Then you'd have to get on a wait list, like a library.
Guess who owns all the damn pictures that Blockbuster used to have? Those little cards with the little movie titles and all that stuff in?
You have those?
I have all of them.
What are you going to do with that?
I don't know, but I have them all.
What card? You have the cards?
Yeah,
Like the ones they used to put in front of the movies?
Yeah, like, and it would be out, so it'd be like the card that told what was supposed to go there, like a placeholder type thing.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been nice if, like, you could, like, flip them around. They had, like, said sold out or something, because I would go over there, like, all
And think it
excited.
was, like, there, and you're like, oh, it's a piece of cardboard.
Or there'd be that jerk, probably you, who would go and stick a different movie behind the card.
What jerk?
Definitely
Said
Devin.
me.
Definitely Devin.
I thought you looked at me.
No, I'm looking at Devin. I bet you he would go and take a different movie and put it behind it just to get someone's hopes up.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Of course, when I was little, I just watched Dennis the Menace and Kindergarten Cop on replay.
Kayla says, Alex orders odd things. Horse heads, puppets, backwards glasses.
Horse heads?
Yes.
What?
Like those rubber ones that you pull
Yes. Not dead horses like in the, what was that movie? Damn it. Godfather. No, it's the rubber
on? That's
horse
before
head.
my time.
I know. It was before my time, too. That's why I had to struggle to remember it. Remember The Godfather?
Yeah.
When a horse's head in the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, to send a message.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
God damn, I'm telling you. I'm explaining it to somebody that was alive when this shit was happening.
Well, my parents did not let me watch The Godfather in the early 70s, okay?
I wasn't even born in the early 70s.
I know that, but my parents would not let me. My parents were strict.
I bet.
And they would not well, they did take me to go see my first rated R movie. I mean, Walking Tall with Joe Don Baker. Okay, y'all don't know who he is because Marissa's looking at me like, who the hell is Joe Don Baker? Anyway, I even saw Poseidon Adventure and Towering Inferno. Oh, you want me to tell you a story about the Towering Inferno?
Go ahead. Weren't you just talking about this the other day?
Yeah. Well, see, when I was a kid, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm talking to Marissa.
Oh, sorry.
When I was a kid, no, I'm just kidding. When I was a kid.
Here, hold on. Let me switch the screen so that way it looks like you're talking to her.
Yeah. Anyway, when I was a kid, I got caught playing with matches on the side of the house. I was like 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No, I wasn't. And no, because I learned my lesson by then. And so anyway, I got caught by my dad. My dad grabbed me, of course, by the neck, and he dragged me into the house and set me down and says, "Okay, so how are we going to punish Pat for playing with matches, on the side of the house?" And I said, "You don't have to punish me, Dad. That's fine." And everything. And Mom will come back and said, "Okay, here's your choice. SWAT, Grounded, or go see a drive-in movie." That's okay. I'll go see a drive-in movie.
That's a complete no-brainer.
Yeah, I know. I said, I'll go see a drive-in movie. That's fine. Okay. And so anyway, we go out there, and I'm sitting in the back seat with Rachel, which is my sister, and they tell me get in the front seat. So I get in the front seat, and I'm sitting between Mom and Dad, and Rachel's sitting in the back. Rachel ends up falling asleep, and I'm dozing, and Mom grabs my ear and starts twisting it, and keeps making me watch almost a 2.5, 3-hour movie of Towering Inferno. What fire does to people. That was my punishment. Made me sit through that damn thing. It was boring as shit.
How long was that
But
movie?
now
Was it a long movie?
About 3 hours. And
gosh.
OJ was in it.
Was he really?
Yeah, and he did it.
Did what?
He lit the fire.
Oh, okay.
No,
Thank you
just
for
kidding.
clarification,
No,
'cause I was like,
no, I'm just
my
kidding.
brain went somewhere else.
Yeah,
You say he did it, and I'm like going, "Oh, what did he do?" All right.
but that's how my parents punished me on the fire part, and everything, and I don't know. It was looking at that time. I didn't want to stay awake. I don't want to watch it. I didn't care to see it or anything like that. But I look back at it and I'm going, okay, I see why they did it, and everything. And they didn't want to give me any swats. And I think it was because Mom and Dad wanted to see the movie too. And so they just decided to say, okay, you know what? We're going to go see Towering Inferno.
We're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're going to punish Pat. and then we're gonna be able to watch the movie too.
I mean, I went to the drive-in movies last night, but we didn't see no Towering Inferno.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Towering Inferno is a good movie.
They got drive-in.
It came out in
theaters?
1972. Yeah, they
see,
do.
This is why Fort Worth is better than Dallas.
Oh, shut your filthy mouth! Don't be starting this argument.
I've been trying to convince you to move out there. Yeah, Coyote Drive-In Movie Theater. It's out in Fort Worth, in between downtown and the Stockyards.
Mm-hmm.
They have like 4 different drive-in theaters, and
So explain to me how that system works. Does it like plug into your stereo system? Like how does it work? Did they give you a little box like they did back in the day?
Yeah, I would love to have that. You know what?
No, you
If
just-
I had the money,
Thank you
I
for
would-
interrupting that conversation. I wasn't
open-
asking you, smart.
I would open a drive-in movie.
it's the quickest way to make money.
Thank you.
They,
That's it. Sorry.
They just give you each different screen has a radio station that you tune to in your car, and so you just turn it on.
Okay, so it's so it's certain frequency. Is that how they did it? Oh, that's not how they did it back then.
No, that's not.
That's how they do
did
it now.
That's not how they did it back then. We had this big
The box,
Freaking
right? Was it
big silver
Yes.
piece of shit box
That's
that
what I'm-
you put it in
Yes.
the window and you roll the window up and you turn the volume all the way up and you get this little green spiral thing and you set it right on your dash to keep the mosquitoes away.
No, last night was a perfect night too. The weather was great.
Kayla, I know you want to go. That's why I'm asking more questions. Genius.
Yeah, it's great. It used to be you would pay one fee and they would have a double feature and you get to stay for the double feature. But with COVID, they're only doing the single features right now. And so normally they show a more family friendly film first and then hopefully the kids fall asleep and then it's like an adult movie afterwards.
Yeah, then the good stuff happens when
And
kids
so-
fall asleep.
But it's kind of cool how they have it set up. It's
So is it per person? Is it per car?
it's per person there. So it's $8 for an adult, 4 and younger are free.
Mm-hmm.
Kids I think are 5. And then they also have a full like concession stand set up and a full bar and all that, so you can get all that stuff too. People get there early. Like
Bring your own beverages?
no, you can't bring. Technically, the rules say I did not do this. Coyote, not
Coyote
ugly.
Ugly? What?
No.
We're talking about a whole different...
Sorry, Coyote Drive-In. I would never bring in outside food, but if you did,
Uh-huh.
there are people driving around constantly monitoring the area and stuff like that.
Situation?
Situation, like us sneaking in our McDonald's last night, and so.
Oh!
But they, it's like it's round, kind of like a normal theater, and then you just park your car, and every row it kind of bumps up, kind of like a speed bump, so that way you can have your back end a little higher than the row.
Kind of like a theater seating, but like for your car.
Exactly, and so people will pull in and sit in the front,
Staggered stage?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
and so people will pull in, they'll pull in, and you can sit in the, just in your car, or we backed in, and then we made, just lifted the tailgate, stuck all the kids in there. People will bring their trucks and sit in the bed. Or you can bring your lawn chairs. The adults sat in the lawn chairs and the kids sat in the car because it was kind of windy last
All
night.
right, so we're going to
I had a station wagon.
Wait, I thought you
A
had
Vista Cruiser.
Like Clark Griswold?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you had
That was
Catalina.
No. That was Mom's car.
What, a Catalina?
No, Mom's car was the Vista Cruiser.
What the hell's a Vista Cruiser?
This is a Vista Cruiser.
Educate me, Patrick.
It's a Vista Cruiser that was made by GM. It's a Chevy.
Okay.
A station wagon.
Oh, station wagon. Okay, thank you. I was like, is this a truck? Is it a car? What is it?
Yeah, but I've been out.
Plane? Is it a bird?
I've been out to a drive-in theater in my 1973 Pontiac Catalina.
There it is, folks.
Pontiac Catalina Diarrhea Brown.
Oh, now it's diarrhea brown. Oh, jeez. Went from shit brown to diarrhea brown. That's horrible.
So you could take your little convertible out there. Somebody last night had their convertible. So
Well, I'm thinking, is it better to take the convertible or is it better to take the Tundra? Because the Tundra has the bed.
Probably the
some
Tundra.
people were
Tundra.
they were putting blow up mattresses in the back of their trucks because you want to get there. They open at 6. And so if you get there at 6, the movies don't start till 7:15, 8 o'clock ish.
Uh-huh.
But you get the best seats. The best seats are always towards the front. You wouldn't think so, but we sat third row and it was perfect. And then you can eat and socialize, hang out with your friends, have all your friends parked next to you. We had 3-4 cars with us,
Uh-huh.
so it was a lot of fun. All the kids ran around and all that.
That's awesome.
Also, your dog is howling outside.
Yeah.
Well, not at this second, but
Oh.
there she goes again.
I hear kind of.
Yep. I hear her.
I know how my neighbors get when
Do
my
you
dog
want me go?
bark.
You want me go get her?
Sure, and we'll elaborate on this whole driving thing because now I'm fascinated.
It's a lot of fun.
Really? You didn't know anything about drive-in?
No, I thought they canceled them all, bro.
No.
And I was like, now's the perfect freaking time to have one with
No,
all the COVID shit.
Tampa's got them all everywhere out there.
Talking about Texas, the other T.
We drove by one in Ennis all the way. I mean, going down to
fucking Ennis. That's like 2 hours away, an hour and a half.
Ennis not 2 hours away.
When you're driving, it's 2 hours away.
Shut
I'm
the
driving,
hell.
it's 10 minutes.
You know what? Shut the hell up. I'm gonna let your damn dog in.
All right, thank you, bro.
Kayla, the name of it is Coyote. If you want to look it up, since they're just gonna argue.
We can't argue because he's gone. Thank you, Lord. Sweet Jesus.
He's yelling from down the hall.
Shut up, your chair is empty.
Uh-oh.
What? What?
I said you can't argue because you're gone.
Say it to his
And then you
face.
showed up.
Well, I can still.
You can still what?
argue.
Argue?
Yeah.
Go argue from outside. I'm just kidding. Love you, bro. Let that freaking loud ass obnoxious dog in. So how did you even hear about this place? Tell me the story.
I live in Fort Worth. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I
lived there at one time too.
Oh, you know what? Back when there was the Fort Worth Cats, that was their minor league. The Fort Worth Cats Stadium is right next to where the drive-in theater's at.
So where is this drive-in theater? You said it's in Fort Worth, but that's like.
So it's off.
What?
What did you want to repeat that? Let me again remind you how great Fort Worth is. So we have the stockyards, and then halfway between the stockyards and downtown, you have
Sundance Square.
No, that'd be downtown.
Oh, okay. 7th Street.
Sorry, that's all downtown.
I know. It's the only thing I know. Just kidding.
It is, yeah. Nowadays, poor
That's
7th Street.
That's what action is.
I know, poor 7th Street's been struggling. Oh, jeez, Louise.
Jeez. This.
Willow's saying, welcome back.
Yeah, like all of a sudden she's trying to be a star of the show. Look at this.
She priced.
Hold on.
She went underneath you.
Did she? Come here.
She's mad at you because you didn't let her in when she barked the first time.
What's wrong with you? Come here.
All right, so.
Be a showstopper? What the hell's going on here?
He really had no idea that they still had them.
No, I thought they canceled.
I told him it's out there. He's asking where it's at. Do you remember the Fort Worth Cats, the minor league?
Yeah.
So it's right next door to them, where
Oh,
they
really?
used to be. Yeah. Now
That doesn't help me at all.
Now the Fort Worth Cats, they're non-existent now. My dad was actually, this is funny, my dad's like me in charge of so many things. He was in charge of their booster club for many years. And then since it shut down, it's really sad what happened to the stadium. It's kind of sad looking, but there's a restoration company that's trying to bring it back to life. But it's right next door to that, and so there's Main Street. So you drive through the stockyards, right? And then let's say you're driving towards downtown. Before you get to downtown, you'll pass the theater. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, everyone.
God, you scared me, man. I didn't even know what happened. I'm like,
there's billboard size, just white planks is all it is. It doesn't take much to, I don't know how they shoot it. But
well, no, it's weird because they had one in Louisville, and then by the time like I was gonna go to it, I heard it's gone.
This one's been around for at least 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this one's been around for a while because I remember the first time I went to it was probably like
Coyote's been around for 10 years?
probably at least.
No.
All right, well, let's look.
All right.
I don't know.
I'd say
We
probably
have the
about
studio
5 or 6.
audience for.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
right.
about 5 or 6.
You think 5 or
Yeah, because
gotta
they
be longer than
phased
that.
out. They phased out, and then they started coming back.
Oh, I've only been twice. Last night and the time I went before, but let's see. I was like, when was I married?
I feel like we need to have a big listening.
The
party.
one,
Hey,
the
we should do a remote out there.
the one in Ennis has been around forever because I remember that one.
But I want to go to
going down
a
to
newer
Corsicana.
one because then it's going to have better picture quality and better, hopefully.
No,
sound.
they probably upgraded everything out there at the Ennis one.
Actually, you're right. I probably should go in the convertible because the sound system in that thing is on point.
Well, I will say last night when we were there, you have to remember everybody's got their radios tuned. So I actually was more disappointed in last night than when I went before
Why is that?
because I heard a constant echo. So it was really hard to hear.
Your system wasn't loud enough, girl. That's what that means.
That must have been. I didn't have my car on, and then Melissa, they had their truck on, and then we heard this coming. But I was running after kids the whole time too. We went and saw Raya in the Lost Dragon or Raya and the Dragon or something, the newest kid movie that's out. It's really good if you haven't seen it. Your kids will love it.
You lost me.
You know what? You ought to see The Shining out there at a drive-in.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'd be badass.
Dude, we watched The Shining downstairs, 4K. Oh, it was awesome. And
Yeah.
Dolby Atmos surround sound.
Yeah.
See, that's the only thing. Like, I don't even miss the theaters because I have a better sound system at home than I do in the damn movie theaters. And Patrick just bumped his.
Sorry.
We need to get you some smaller earphones, man. You keep dunk.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
But no, I
As he
mean,
hits it again.
yeah, I hit the wire that time. But no, I remember. I remember the one that, like I said, that is down in Ennis, and
How many screens do they have there in Ennis? Do you know?
I think they have 4.
4.
I
Yeah.
think they do.
How many?
Four,
is the
4
one
or
in Fuller?
5.
4.
4? Okay.
I think they have 4 or 5.
I liked it too. They had different. They bring out different food.
They have
trucks.
one in Granbury, I think, too.
Ooh, I've only been to Granbury like twice.
Been there a couple
Granbury,
times.
and then
It's like a Texas town that kind of stayed the same for the last 30, 40 years.
They've been building it up.
Certain parts.
I was like,
historical district.
Yeah, I was like, they've been building that place. I went to Granbury Live when I was like 14.
What is?
Oh yeah,
Some old
Galaxy.
thing.
Kim said that Galaxy opened in 2003. Yeah, but Kim, they used to have one down there. They had one down there when
What's up, Kim? By the way,
when we would go down to Corsicana to go see family. They had the same
Corsicana.
drive. Yeah, Corsicana.
Say it right, Corsicana.
Corsicana.
There you go.
And they had it before. I mean, they had it before, and then they shut down. They opened up again. I remember in my teens that they used to show porn there too. And no, seriously,
Hell
they did.
to the yeah.
Yeah, they did. Right off of 45, they would show porn, and then they shut it
Could you
down.
imagine driving by and all of a sudden?
Oh my gosh.
What the?
Yeah, I would hear my mom say, "Pat, you asleep?" And then here I am peeking over the window, peeking over the door, So, reopened in 2015. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Coyote in Fort Worth has been around since.
Look, Kim said you would remember that, whatever.
Exactly why I brought it up.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, but no, seriously, that's
Okay,
that's
let's face palm.
yeah, okay. But that's how it was.
Right.
Because
So how many years did they run it like
we
that?
used to go what?
Like with it
X-rated.
X-rated at night.
X-rated?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say probably maybe a year, 2 years, maybe.
Wow.
And I mean, I just remember.
So
That's
did you have to pay extra for that, or how did that work?
I have no idea because
He
I
just
was
snuck in.
I was just
Yeah.
a kid. Okay. I was just a kid. I
Uh-huh.
really was. And
So how old were you when you saw your first porn? At the drive-in.
driving by to go to Corsicana, I think it was like,
Wait, was that when you were fake sleeping?
yeah,
All right.
I was was I 13? Yeah, I was 13. It was 1980.
So was that when you saw your first porn, or was that?
No, that's when I saw.
You've already seen it before. You already had your own collection.
The first glimpse.
He already had his magazines.
He already had his own collection by then.
But if I
VHS.
have
He's like, that's old news.
my magazine, I ain't got no damn magazines. Never had to have a.
Were they VHSs or what were those things before VHSs? The little disc or something, right? Before VHSs?
What are you talking about?
Wasn't there something before VHSs?
Film?
Was it on a film?
Yeah, it was from film.
It's 8mm.
He would crank it back to the parts he liked.
Yeah, it was
Reel to reel.
Yeah, reel to reel. It was 8mm, and the reason
Super 8.
not
And-
Super 8, but the reason I know this is because I had a cousin that stayed with me and that he had a few of the reel to reels.
Talk about the effort going into having to watch that. Like, you got to set the whole machine up. You got to get it just right. Like,
Girl, I'm gonna tell you something.
that's a lot of effort.
Before you were around, we had this thing. It was called dial-up.
I remember dial-up. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
yeah.
I actually remember phones.
No, hold
before.
on. Let me explain something. Because you probably had dial-up when it was like DSL and when it was like semi sort of decent.
The
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, that fucking annoying sound.
Where you're trying to like hug your computer so your parents don't hear you
You're like,
logging
"Oh,
on at night.
shit,
You're like, oh
they're
no,
gonna know."
they're gonna wake up. You gotta
Yeah,
get
there
up-
was nothing. So let me just tell the listening audience.
How old you are?
Shut the front door. So before all this great communication and everything we had, when you used to walk into
Quit hitting the mic.
I learned it from watching you, bro. So you used to walk into an office,
Bruh.
it was the loudest environment. You like needed earplugs because the printers were, and then typewriter, and then you had the 56K. It's like, how the can you get any work done? Look, even the dog's concerned because it was so fucking loud inside the work environment.
My dad had one of those old school printers that had the little like holes on the side. And you'd have
Yes,
to rip
that's
off
what I'm
the
talking
edges.
about. The one that's,
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
and it didn't even print out a whole sentence. It was half a sentence. Then we had to go back again to do the other half.
Hey,
I'm like, what the?
you know what my first computer was?
What's that?
Commodore 64.
Man, Commodore 64, bro. That was what's up.
And then I had an Amiga.
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 Where'd you get that in South America?
No,
What the hell kind of computer you got going on over there?
And all it had storage. All it had was like,
Oh, bro. Don't tell me floppy disk 1.44 megabyte.
yeah, had the three.
Girl, we blowing
three
your
and a
mind
half.
right now.
No, I remember when they
three
came
and a
out with colored floppy disks. That was the thing to have
Oh, yeah.
because they only have like the black ones and the white ones. And when you could get colors, my teacher used to charge us extra for the colors.
Hey, listening audience.
Kayla said AOL. AOL sucks.
Yeah.
AOL,
Oh,
that's how you
God.
know how old somebody is, if my cousins are listening. When you had an AOL account and you still used it, you're old as shit. Because
My parents still use
No.
theirs.
See?
My parents still both have theirs.
What?
And they
Yeah.
pay for it.
Oh, I have no idea if they
Oh,
pay for
my
it.
God.
my
Please
God.
pull them into the 21st century or
I had-
22nd. I don't even know anymore.
My AOL account, I remember. And then you get on and you'd have to give them you get in those little chat rooms and get all the chat started.
Yeah, my AOL screen name, man. Whew.
My dad made mine.
Oh, no. Let's hear it. What was it? Because I can tell by your face it was something like you don't like.
It was just Rissa07 because my name's Marisa, so he always called me Rissa.
Rissa?
Yeah,
All right, that's good to know.
RISA07.
You know what mine was?
What was yours, Patrick?
Sprouty.
Oh, you sure it wasn't Catalina?
It was Sprout.
Sprout?
Sprouty.
So is that where Sprout? Is that where it started from?
No, that's not. That's not where it started from.
I want to hear the story. I want to hear the backstory, the story behind the story.
The story behind Sprout.
Yeah.
High school.
High school what?
Already told you.
That ain't telling me nothing.
The coach at the high school called me that. Coach Longweaver.
Why
Did
did
you
you call
sprout it up?
He come,
randomly?
what?
Sprout it up?
No,
What
He
did he
got
say?
mad. He got mad at me one time. He said, "Damn it, Sprout," and it stuck. That's it.
That's it?
That's as bad as my kid's nickname from his dad.
What?
It's Beans.
Why does he
Beans.
have the...
He says because beans grow really quick, and I was like, that makes no sense.
Oh, I thought it was because he farted a lot.
No.
Beans, magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
I don't know why. He calls them beans all the time. I'm like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah. Mm.
No, I remember when they first came out with area codes, and they were like, starting today, to call anyone, you're going to have to use an area code.
Oh yeah. I remember
Hold on.
that.
Taylor's talking about Oregon Trail.
Oh my God, I love Oregon Trail.
Who the hell remembers Oregon Trail? That was my first Mac experience. Was Oregon Trail. And did you learn? Did you know I figured out how to hack a damn Mac right after the Oregon Trail?
We all experienced the Oregon Trail a couple weeks ago during Snowmageddon.
Fuck no, I didn't have no doctor. I didn't have no...
You didn't have your rattlesnake.
I couldn't trade my beaver pelt for some medicine.
I was giving a hotel room away. That's what I was trading. 21st Century Oregon Trail.
God.
You know the which was really cool. So we play that in 5th, 6th grade, Oregon Trail.
Uh-huh.
And
Wait, is this a modern version or was it the green Spanish green version?
the old school
that
version.
we grew up on.
Mm-hmm. And we were playing it, and I went to Chisholm Trail.
Yeah, put Marisa in
And
the
so
corner.
the Oregon Trail and the Chisholm Trail or whatever, and then they were talking about, oh yeah, it actually went right through here, right where the school stands now. I was like, so cool. So my wife just died of like
Dysentery? No, it's dysentery.
rattlesnake bites or whatever.
God, I can't believe I remember that.
That was a good game.
It was a good game.
Kids nowadays don't realize how good games
Nah,
were
they
back
don't
then.
understand. They don't even know. And I remember my first color graphic game was Test Drive. And it had a Ferrari Testarossa. And dude, I was like driving that car.
Did you say that was
On
an
what?
Atari?
Huh?
Atari?
No, that was Nintendo. I mean, not Nintendo. That was the Commodore. That was the PC.
Oh,
That was before gaming systems even existed.
I had an Atari.
Did you?
Yeah, I had
See, I
Defender, Joust, and all that. But my very first one,
Yeah.
my very first one,
What was that? What was your first one?
it was Pong.
Dude, I have the
love
big-
I
Pong.
still
that
have the
big-
original.
The big freaking console
Yes.
that you
My grandparents have
turn
one.
the
I still
knob.
have the original.
Oh, those things are worth money.
Yeah, with the little sorry. With the
Don't
little,
get so excited, Devin.
It was a dial.
Gaylord?
That was your Gaylord fucker.
Sir Gaylord.
So,
Ah, there we go. She
Master
just
Gaylord.
named
Sir
it.
Gaylord.
Sir Gaylord.
That's his new name, Kayla. Sir Gaylord.
oh
Sir
my
Gaylord.
God, shut up.
Hey, I could have just called you Gaylord. I was trying to be respectful.
Okay, fucker.
Sir Gaylord.
Oh my God.
Those are the good old days.
No, they weren't. Yeah, somewhere my parents would have that Pong system hidden away. I don't know, break out for emergency when the price goes to $1 million for the,
I saw it. Like
the
my
first
parents.
Pong system. Yeah,
Like my parents and their Beanie Babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
God,
one of these
babies
days.
are not going to be worth. I've already had this discussion with too many people. They're never going to be worth anything ever.
What?
They made too
Beanie
many of them.
Babies.
They made too many of them. They were mass produced.
Beanie
It was
Babies.
one
Oh,
All right, listen, audience. If you have Beanie Babies, burn them.
The little kids like them. That's what's good about them. My son recently, thank you McDonald's, not for
What-
getting my
what did
son
McDonald's
into
do?
Pokemon cards right now. He
That's a thing again.
yes, it's come back. It's a
I
big
don't get
thing.
it.
People
What
are
is it?
starting to play Pokemon Go again.
All right.
I'll never understand that. That wasn't my. Nothing against anyone who plays Pokemon.
Okay, like the Pokemon
I don't
Go,
get it.
I get it. You're trying to get the kids out and about. Like, that was great. It was an interactive experience, kind of like this show, which is what makes it magical, is it's an interactive experience. When you talk a bunch of shenanigans on the comments, we mention them, we pull them up, and then we talk about them. So that's kind of cool about, Pokemon Go, is that they have these, it's like VR, virtual reality, where it puts these certain creatures or whatever in locations that you got to obtain them to, to gain whatever. I mean,
don't know.
that's my minuscule knowledge, but I just know it was a good attempt to get people out of the house, and especially with COVID and everything else. It's like,
I can't even pronounce the dang thing's names half the time.
right?
you know what? I think.
What do you think?
I think probably in about 60 days or so that we're gonna be shut down again.
Oh yeah, that was one of
So,
the things. Yes, so
You know,
going back to that.
Go back to the original conversation.
Well, sorry.
I mean, we bring
to
everything
start this.
full circle. We talk about this.
I
this.
just circled back.
Yeah, we
okay?
circle back. It's okay.
I'm about to go to the casino.
Oh, I'm going to the
Let's
casino
go.
this week too.
When?
Well, I got invited tonight, but I told him I couldn't blow you
Bye.
off. It'd be
I'm
mean.
going to the casino.
This mother. No,
Bye, Devin.
You ain't going to the
Going to.
casino.
We're
All right, well, I'll be leaving with you.
I gotta wait for that stimulus check to come
Strength the
in.
numbers.
You got to wait for the stimulus check.
Don't even get me
Broke
started
single
on this.
teacher. Broke,
Oh,
broke single teacher.
this is
Okay.
the third stimulus. Stingulus. I'm gonna call it stingulus because you know what? It stings that I.
You know
ain't
they're
get
already
shit.
talking about a fourth one.
Well, I didn't get 1, 2, or 3. So
I did. That's what I bought my pool with.
you're what?
I have one of those Coleman 22-foot around big
Okay.
old pools.
I was like, you know how much a pool costs to build?
I ain't
20,000.
putting an in-ground pool in that house.
That's what
I'm
I
gonna
thought.
sell that first.
I was gonna say. I was like, wait, you know how much an in-ground pool costs?
No, my house is worth a hefty penny right now, though. I need to sell while the market's good. I just
Yeah.
can't afford to buy a new one.
I know that's the problem. It's a seller's market, or actually, no,
Yeah.
seller's market. Yeah.
My house is worth double what I paid for.
So let me ask you, what'd you buy it at?
$125,
Oh, and what's it worth right now?
$245, $250, and that's if I get asking price. But everyone around me is getting over.
It's over, yeah.
The guy next door to me listed it for $260, and he just got $275.
Yeah. No,
I'm like, me and my other neighbor looked over and we go,
I
would never pay $275 for that.
I just talked to one of my real estate agent friends, and he was telling me like he's got offers on houses that haven't even hit the market yet, and he's like they're already 20,000 over what they were going to list it at, and it hasn't even hit the market. I'm just like going.
I've looked at selling because it's going to start flopping. I've heard rumors it might start going the other way like in a year or so. So I've thought about selling it now, throwing that all into a savings account or investment, and then waiting a year and then buying again.
Well, I don't know if the listening audience knows this or not, but Zillow now, whatever the Z estimate they put on there, you can actually sell your house at that Z estimate. So I told my parents this, and they're like, well, our Z estimate's like almost 700,000. I was like, well, then obviously you need to sell it because get out while you can. So yeah. So anyways, just a little information. So if you
I
want to go
agree.
to Zillow, sell it, sell.
I concur.
I'm about to sell this house too,
I concur.
and I'm just like, I'm done with house. I've owned this thing for 16 years. I'm over it.
It's time to just go buy your island, man. Devon
Island, dude.
Devon
Yep.
Island, and just have a cruise ship stop by and just say, hello, welcome to Devon Island.
No, Sir Gaylord Island.
Sir Gaylord Island. There you go. Sir Gaylord. Welcome to Sir Gaylord Island. Please enjoy your stay. Don't get lost because we won't come and find you.
Exactly. And we won't miss you.
That's true.
All right, so going back to what we were trying to originally go back to, which we still haven't gotten back to, is the mask thing. And what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, I think it's
shutting down.
I think we're
Shutting
going to shut down.
Yeah,
I think so. I think we're going to do that. Italy's done it. Spain is close to doing it again.
I think we're in big trouble with them lifting the mask mandate right at spring break. I think that's not good at all.
Not terrible timing.
I mean, I don't know what the thought behind that is, but I don't think it's that we're going to see a lot of kids gone the week after spring break. I think it's the week after that we're going to run into problems. Kids getting quarantined again because it's just gone down. I can honestly say I haven't gotten an email in at least a week or two of one of my students getting quarantined, which is great. So people are taking care of things. Everything's fine. But now that this has happened, you know, how many people are just choosing not to wear a mask or whatever your reason is behind wearing it or not wearing it, you know.
Well, how many of those people have got their vaccination? That's another thing, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure out, okay, well, maybe you're not getting as many quarantine calls or whatever because they got their...
The students aren't getting vaccinated, though.
No?
Yeah, you got to remember, they're not vaccinating kids right now. They're vaccinating...
You don't know that.
Oh, hell, I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow.
What? That's
Y'all just reminded me of that.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
Well, I'm glad this show can help out you.
I'm sorry, because I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Because, I mean...
We'll just derail this train again.
Well, whatever. Because I think my doctor's going to talk to me about
that's right.
taking the vaccination or the vaccine. I don't want it.
You don't want it?
I don't want it.
And see, everyone's got their opinion. I mean, I can't
But
get it.
the thing
so,
is that, I mean, I would take... I had a conversation with someone recently, and, I mean, I would take the Johnson & Johnson or the Pfizer. I don't want to take the Moderna, you know, and everything. I have underlying issues too, and everything, and my immune system has been compromised also. But I also believe that I have the antibodies because of what happened to me last year when I left Dallas on an airplane to go back to freaking Florida.
Freaking Florida.
Yeah, and all that. I believe that I have it, but you know, what I'm going to do is probably take the advice of my doctor. You know, since I have cardiac issues, and like I said, I don't want the Moderna. I've heard too much about it and everything, and I would take the J&J or Pfizer.
I hate to interrupt you, but Kimberly said 17.6% of Texans have been vaccinated as of today, and that's where I find the huge problem. It's like you can't open up the damn state when only 17%. I wouldn't even open it up at 30%.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
You know what's even
That's
worse
because we
too?
keep circling back. We keep trying to talk about the mask and the vaccines, and you keep deviating.
How many of that 17% are educators?
Kim,
Less
do
than
you know?
1%, I bet.
Oh no, I agree, and that's the thing is, when did they actually start mandating the educators?
So we were supposed to, according to CDC or whatever it is, because I'm not following it, so my facts may totally be off. So correct me if I'm wrong.
It's okay. We have the audience
Good.
check for us.
Is that
Yeah,
teachers,
we'll get Kayla or Kim to check.
Yeah,
teachers
that's
were
why we have audience.
teachers were supposed to be a part of like the first round of vaccinations, and then Governor Abbott's the one who put a stop to teachers being a part of that.
So why? Or I mean, what did he do? Like, how did he put a stop to it? What did he say?
He just said, even though it was like a CDC recommendation that teachers would not be a part of that, and then now teachers backlash.
Wait, hold on. Let's backtrack. You said CDC would.
CDC's recommendation was that teachers would be a part of the
Would
first
be.
round. Yes,
Okay.
would be.
But Abbott.
Abbott said no.
Okay. You misspoke. That's why. I wanted to
sorry.
clarify.
Thank you.
No, you're good. I just want to make sure clarify for the audience.
And then I think what happened is when he started opening things, educators started getting super pissed and saying something. And now all of a sudden he's like, oh, yeah, let's get them vaccinated. And so.
Like as an afterthought.
Exactly. And so, I mean, that's what ticks off. But of course, we're an at-will state. And so teachers can't protest. Teachers can't, I mean, we could all call in sick the same day, but.
Are you talking about like a right to work state? Or Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we
You
can't
said
protest.
at will state, and I'm like.
Sorry, I'm getting tired.
I know,
And I'm out of
I'm-
drink, and I'm just like,
trying to
Do you wanna-
correct you. I'm
Do
trying.
you want a drink? I'll go down and get you a ginger
oh, that'd be
ale.
really nice. Really?
No, not really.
Oh,
Okay, so she says, Kim says
No,
less
I'm
than
just kidding. I'll
2%
get-
of educators.
Marissa, I'll get you one.
oh, thank you.
See, I mean, I'm nice.
Thank you for that
You know what I'm
fact check.
saying? What did
Less
Kim
than
say?
2%.
Less than 2%. So that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
We're not ready. You can't freaking open a state when you're not ready. It's like.
And see, we're trapped in a room, with 20 to
Yeah.
30 kids.
So, one of my clients is a company called Stringer, and I interviewed business owners and also restaurant owners that had to deal with the COVID and how they handled it. Because I don't know if you know this or not, 1,000 restaurants per month closed down because of the COVID restrictions and the 50% mandate and the 75% and all this stuff that's going on. So I interviewed a few of the restaurants and stuff that are still open and still remain. And it's like, think of how many people they interact with in their environment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're touching, in your case, you're touching, 100, not touching literally, but you're around 100 plus
Thank
people a day or whatever, right? So think about the restaurant business. Think about how many people they interact with and how many people are around them every single day. And it's like, to me, it makes sense. Who has the most propensity to be exposed? And that's where they need to delegate. And here we have 2% of educators. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous.
It really is. I mean, and I've seen it on the news where there's some school districts who are saying if you're like to teachers, if you choose to travel during spring break, then you're choosing to quarantine yourself after spring break and it will be taken out of your personal days. Mm-hmm. That's not right. Why are we doing that to teachers? So, because technically they can't tell me what I can and cannot do with my off time, but yet you can tell me that I'm not allowed to come to work.
Hold on. That's the slippery slope. So they can't tell you what to do, but when you are on the clock, they can tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Because you're on their time. That's the problem.
But see, why is it that teachers, it's the same problem we had over the holidays is, they were saying, be cautious. I'm not saying my district said this, but I'm hearing, they're saying, be cautious. Don't go around family. Don't go do this. Why are teachers once again being told, isolate yourself, don't socialize, but yet we care about your social and emotional health, but yet don't do anything. But yet if you do, then you can't come to work and then you have to use your personal days. But then again, as a single parent, I only get 10 days a year and I have to divide that between me and my son. And my son even got quarantined this year. Thankfully, I haven't been gotten quarantined yet. But he got quarantined. My first thought was, I have to use every one of my days to stay home with him right now. And so what do I do then if I get sick or there's something else or he gets quarantined again? I'm stuck. I have no days. And so, I mean, do I risk sending him to the grandparents' house and risk exposing them? It's a tough situation to be in as a single parent.
Yeah, especially since your, parents are obviously elderly, not elderly, elderly as in like,
Yeah, sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're on
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
My dad would
I miss you
yell.
guys. Remember I shot their wedding or something, right? Didn't I?
You were at the wedding. You were probably at the family table. My dad loves you.
Aw.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
I'm awesome.
That was a great wedding.
It was.
Even though the marriage sucked, the wedding was amazing. I would so get married there again. If you need a place to go, Classic Oaks. They're amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like out in the middle of nowhere. But
It was in Mansfield. It was
that
gorgeous.
Mansfield? God, I don't even remember. Like, I remember just driving. And, like, once we showed up, it was like this
Welcome.
awesome venue and everything. But I was like...
Yeah, you drove up this long pathway past llamas and all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff, and then it was just out in the middle, and then it was a giant barn wedding, and the owners there. Oh my gosh, I'm sure they make a killing, but the owners there, they're just amazing. They're hands on with every wedding and everything.
Cool.
It was worth every penny. It was way too many pennies, but it was worth every.
A lot of pretty pennies.
It was a lot of pretty pennies.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you're gonna tell your educators they can't travel. What are we doing about all these kids? Because I guarantee you, kids are going out. They're not gonna sit at home. So, I mean, we can only do what we can do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a kid, I wouldn't want to just sit at home.
60
I'd go hang out with
days.
my friends.
60 days?
60
I think
days.
60 days.
Yep. 45 to 60 days.
So circling back to what Patrick was mentioning earlier. So, yeah.
45 to 60 days.
So I'm in agreement. I'm saying 60 to 120 days. We're going to be back under lockdown or tight
45,
restrictions.
60.
45, 60. Yeah, I mean, because what do we got? We got spring break. What's the next holiday?
July 4th.
4th
Easter.
of July, Easter. Yeah, those are all close contact family.
Mother's
Yeah.
Day.
Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Yep.
Shit, this country's
Graduations.
screwed. Yeah, graduation. Oh yeah, we're all
Prom.
screwed. We're all screwed.
Yeah, but
They're having proms this year, so that's nice for the seniors. They're hosting them outside, but they're having proms.
Wow.
and it's gonna rain.
It'll be in a tent. It'll be okay.
It'll still rain. It'll destroy the tent.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
Put too much water on the tent.
I gotta
No
tell you,
collapse.
I'm actually a little
What?
scared that we won't go back on Monday next week because
Why?
last year they shut everything down. It was like the extended spring break, and I'm just like, please let me just go back. Please let me just go back.
Are you gonna think that they are gonna extend that spring break again?
I mean, you never know. I was looking
Yeah.
forward to going back. I mean, I miss my kids,
Yeah.
and so, but man, if they make that call and I can't go back, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, St. Patrick's Day. We completely forgot about that one, and that one's in like.
Oh yeah,
2
that's
days.
my day.
That's your day. You forgot all about it. Jeez.
Hell yeah.
That's the day to go to Windstar.
Irish.
Windstar.
Irish.
What is today?
I'm
Sunday.
full-blooded Irish.
Monday.
Full-blooded Irish.
What are their rules up there now? Are their rules changed at all?
So they don't have poker. They don't have bingo. They don't have a couple other things. They do every other person that's at the blackjack table. They also do Texas Hold'em and all that stuff. It's every other person. And then the machines, honestly.
St. Sprouty Day.
St. Sprouty Day.
Yeah.
The machines, honestly, it's like a free for all. Like literally, they tried to pull, I guess, every other chair, but like you can just grab a chair and
Do whatever you want.
sit next to somebody. And in all honesty, I've maybe touched, a couple hundred machines. I maybe see 2-3 machines get wiped down.
I mean, as long as you're washing your hands, I mean,
That's it.
Yeah.
all you
That,
can
Not
really
touching
do.
your face and all that. Still wearing a mask. Yeah. I mean,
are people still smoking? I mean, how does that work with a
oh
mask?
God,
oh yeah, there's people
yeah.
smoking.
There's people.
How do you even do that with the mask? Are they just like,
They pull it down. Okay, so the rule is you're
Oh.
allowed to take your mask off if you're smoking and drinking. 2 things.
oh, good. So that's like 100% of the time when you're at Windstar.
Ask-
One of those 2 things.
Ask this guy.
I mean, I haven't been there since before the pandemic, so.
Actually, it's kind of nice because they're supposed to not have full capacity, so it's kind of nice because it's not as crowded. But then when you're sitting at the table, it's nice because you're not.
Yeah,
sitting
you're
next to
not you're not bumping elbows with
Yeah.
somebody.
That's
It's
nice.
actually-
Or people breathing down your neck.
No.
Yes, and or
Well-
standing behind you directly. It's like it's annoying.
Oh God,
Which he hates that.
I hate that. I hate
Especially
when
if
people
like you're on a
stand
machine
behind
Yeah,
and
they're
you're
like-
doing good, and all of a sudden you have this crowd
Yeah.
around you, and they're just like foaming at the mouth, and you're just like,
me. Yeah, and I can't stand.
Well, Well, go with me. Nobody will ever be standing around. I always lose.
They'll be like, we're not playing on that machine.
I'm that person who gets really excited when I win 20 pennies. I'm like, yeah, did y'all check that out?
Well,
That's
the
me.
problem is these penny machines end up costing you $15, $20 just for, a few plays.
But I can sit. We'll see. A few plays for you. I can sit there all night with those.
Yeah,
penny
she's
machines.
like minimum bet. We're
That's
like
right.
maximum bet, max
That's right.
bet, max
Yep.
bet.
I'm there for the fun, not for the money.
Yeah, well,
Look,
I want to come home with more.
Just just play the max bet and
Okay,
win. And
with your
win.
money, I can do that. I mean, Devin goes and he talks about winning all this money. I'm like, loan your sister over here some money. Let's go.
I mean,
Just so you know, you have not seen mine. Hold on. Nor Patrick's win-loss statement. He's laughing because him and I know what it is.
That's because you only post your win online.
Yeah.
So it's assumed
you
it's
should
always
see
winning.
you should see our loss or my loss.
Yeah. Actually, his loss is less than mine. But his
Yeah,
bet is way higher.
my bet is way higher.
So, in other words, if I went to WinStar with the both of you, I would always come out on top.
Yeah,
Because I would always, I'd walk in with
I would.
probably like 20
I would
bucks.
probably be able to show you the machine that would hit.
There you go.
And the thing is even if you lose, if you do it right, you still win.
If I win $5, I feel like it's a great day.
You sound like Kayla now.
Oh,
Oh my God, me and Kaylin need to hang out.
try to win 67,000 pennies.
That's more than I.
Kayla
Oh,
says, I
that'd
win
be
$10
nice.
in the whole
That's more than I make
casino
a
knows.
month.
I did that in December.
What'd she say?
She says, I win $10 and the whole casino knows.
That's right, me too. Me and Kayla need to play the slots next to each other.
Kimberly, you still here?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get all excited and everybody stares at me like I'm winning millions.
Right.
And I'm like,
Well, that's exactly what happens when Kayla wins, too. Everybody thinks she, broke the damn casino.
Yeah.
I'm always with a friend. I'm like, oh my God, you see that? Wasn't that awesome?
So I did find out I was actually talking to a guy who won over $430,000 at WinStar. He told me that anytime you win, so when it shows at the very top, that jackpot, did you know the casino doesn't pay you?
Of course they don't.
Most people don't know that. I didn't know that.
Why is that?
I knew that.
The manufacturer of the machine has to basically prove that you won it without cheating. And then once they prove it, they're the ones that pay you. It's
feel like
not the casino.
I'd be
Okay.
the easiest person to prove it on. I'm so blonde. They'd be like, oh yeah, there's no way she won.
Yeah, like
I
she cheated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
okay,
no
then
way.
prove it that I cheated. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say, Patrick?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were going to add to that about the casinos and about how the actual manufacturer of the game has to.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that WinStar they don't pay.
Is there a certain percentage?
Yeah, no,
What is it?
they don't
Or
pay
maximum?
over a certain amount.
So what do they do after that amount? They go through the manufacturer of the machine?
Yep.
Okay.
They give you the free hotel rooms, the
Oh,
free
yeah.
buffet.
Yeah, we got.
Is the buffet even on? Right? Is it even?
Yeah.
They're using it right now.
We've tried to go to the Thursday buffet 5 times now because it's crab leg night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they did. They used to have it every
Wait,
night, but
wait,
people
wait.
would fight over
Product
that.
placement. Product placement. Here we go.
Oh,
Product
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
23 flavors.
True Texan right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Yes,
Drinking
you.
your Dr. Pepper.
Fucking A.
All right. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Yep.
been 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Wow.
I know this is. I didn't think we were going to honestly go this long.
I didn't think so either.
So I appreciate y'all tuning in and staying tuned and staying locked in and all the comments, concerns, questions, and I hope we kind of touched on as many comments that you guys have made. If you guys have any more in addition, feel free to check out our Facebook page, Frustration Unlimited, and then also our website, frustrationunlimited.com. Feel free to comment. And also, like Marisa, feel free to go to the website and book a guest appearance so that you can be on the show because we have a reservation system and it works apparently because she's here.
It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad.
What, did you think you're not going to have fun?
I definitely will tell you, I was nervous.
She was. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I'm going to come. Like, I was nervous.
What?
And that's the thing, though. You never know. You never know because, A, how is somebody going to handle being on camera, right?
Yeah, I know.
And B, how, like, are they going to be able to maintain conversation, or are they just going to...
I think this is a lot
Well, you got two of the coolest. You got two of the coolest dudes here.
Hold on.
That's the...
Don't do that.
I'm
That's
so glad
dumb.
you were on camera while doing that. I want to see exactly what I'm watching. I feel like it's a lot easier.
Remember, like, telling
Bye,
the nights?
Kayla.
Remember? It's like what I do with my hands.
Oh my gosh. It's easier because you don't have like a camera in your face. Like you don't see the camera. I'm
Right.
just talking
It's
into
kind
the
of-
two of y'all.
Right, and that's what we try
Yeah,
to
and the
hide
camera's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
see,
here.
I'm not going to look and like, hey, everybody.
Hey, camera.
Well, you
I'm
can
gonna
do
look at it the
that.
whole time.
You can
Yeah.
do that
I'm not conceited.
because I can go, hey, like that, to that camera over there.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
camera of high.
Oh, look. Wait for the camera.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a good time, though. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank
Sure.
you.
Anytime.
We appreciate your time, and thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for educating these children, and hopefully you can teach them how to read an analog clock.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
Unless everything gets shut down in 60 days, I won't get my chance to teach them
60 days. Did you hear that here first?
60 days. Not by me.
Days. Anybody want to put a bet on that? 60 days.
Hey, what are we doing? An over-under on 60 days?
No, we're not going to do it over under. It's
I'm
just
going
gonna be
under.
straight up 6 on.
I'm going over. I'm going
Okay.
over 60.
Okay, here we
She's
go.
going under. You're going 60 even. All
I'm
right,
going
you heard
60
it. You heard it.
even.
Whoever it is has to drive the car to Windstar.
No.
All right, that's cool.
That's fine.
I like driving.
Whatever.
She didn't
Whatever.
say anything about spending money.
Okay.
I'm cool with driving. Whatever.
Whatever.
And Kayla's coming too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Kimberly will bring her along, and Debbie, hell, we'll bring everybody.
Everybody
Yeah.
there, you're coming with us.
Everybody who commented, we're bringing you. All right, let's go. We'll have one hell of a. We'll do an on location. We'll talk to Windstar. Maybe we can do an on location spot.
Oh, Kayla will drive. As long as you don't sing, it's okay.
No.
As
we'll
long
pull
as
out-
Kayla doesn't sing,
We'll
it's
pull out the
okay.
microphones when we get there.
No, I don't. No.
Just make sure though, in the next 60 days, you go to all the places you want to go to in case we do shut down, and you can't go.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like Babe's Chicken.
Babe's Chicken. I haven't been.
I
to that
haven't
place
been
in
there in a long
Oh
time.
my
I haven't
god,
either.
y'all!
You know how hard it was finding a real chicken fried steak in Florida?
Yeah, I could imagine.
It was so
Which
damn
is
good.
surprising with all the old people there. Do you think there'd be one on every corner?
No, there's not. There is no real chicken fried steak.
Hold on. Is
And
there a
one
barbecue
person-
place?
Yeah, but it sucked.
was like, was it real barbecue?
Thank you. I was like,
wasn't
yeah, it's
real
gonna
barbecue.
Suck.
But the thing is, is that I mean, they said, so what do you mean by a chicken fried steak? When I was at a restaurant out
You
there,
have to explain it.
I said, okay, what a chicken fried steak is, a Texas chicken fried steak, is that motherfucker is hanging off the sides of the plate. That's the chicken fried steak. Well, where do you put the sides?
On another plate.
You put the sides in one in a bowl and just put the mashed potatoes on the fucking steak. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's how we do it. And put an ample amount of gravy, and you're good
Yeah.
to go.
So
So hold on. White or brown gravy?
White.
I know the answer.
But if I say white, I'm not racist.
Yeah, it's not a racist thing. It's
Okay, okay.
Gravy. We're talking about gravy.
White gravy.
Say white gravy.
White gravy.
White gravy.
All right, there you go.
It's like the
Pepper.
pause.
White
Why?
pepper gravy.
There you go. Okay.
I like brown too, but
Brown
I like
gravy?
white better.
All right. Kayla said it's down the street from her house, so we're all going.
That's right.
The listening audience. Okay, pick a date. We'll go.
Love
Make it
Babe's
happen.
Chicken.
Tomorrow? Damn, I'm starving right now. Let's go down.
Are they even open right now?
I don't even know.
No, probably not at Sunday night.
10:45 on a Sunday?
No, they're not.
You know what is open?
What?
Windstar.
God.
Oh my God.
Here it is.
All right, I gotta go.
She's the death of us.
I'm on spring break.
going.
I can do what I want.
All right, y'all. We're going to Windstar. See y'all later. Love you long time. And thank you for listening. And thank you for everybody being here. And thank you, Marissa, for being a star of the show. And thank you for everything you do. And
Or she
we
looked at the
appreciate you.
camera.
I did.
There you go. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
Later.
Adios.